Alright, everyone, tell me if the live stream's working well or not. If you guys can hear me, I think everything is good on my end. Yeah, if I can hear myself on my end. Is everything working well? It's been a minute since I've live streamed. Mic is good. Thanks, Thunder. Damn, I pop in and the first thing I see is a conversation on burnt chocolate. Someone said they put a Pepsi in the microwave, LinkedIn, or whatever. Alright, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. This isn't really gonna be, a typical live stream that like I've done before. I'm just gonna be going through some of the comments, reading, catching up on some of the questions people had. Might want to get some water for this one. Yeah, no, I'll be fine. It's just I made a response video, obviously. If you're not caught up, I think everyone pretty much is. I made a response video, and there are a lot of questions, a lot of people upset with the video, obviously. But I knew, regardless, whatever video I was going to upload, it wasn't going to please anybody. Obviously, there's always better ways you could upload or make a video or whatever, so I'm here just to further explain why, because I felt like I explained enough in the video, but if not, I have no problem further explaining. I tried to keep me talking about every single thing I wanted to talk about to a minimum, because that was another one of the critiques people had of me, and a thing that people had a problem with is that I over-explain stuff. I talk too much. So I tried to keep that to a minimum in the response video, and then apparently I didn't do enough. So I'm here to talk more about some of the points and some of the topics, and go from there, and see what I can do and go from there. Nowadays you can't please everyone, so I guess just do you. I mean, yeah, that's the plan going forward. I mean, I didn't have to do a live stream, or anything, but I feel like that would be one extra thing that I can give to everyone who didn't like the response video. At least I can read your guys' comments. So leave a comment. People can email me. I had a few emails come in of people emailing me and saying they had issues. I responded to every single one of them and told them I would take care of it and I would work on this or that. Some people had a problem with my Discord. Some people had a problem with my content. Some people had a problem with me. And I responded to every single one. I was being as respectful as I possibly could be, even though some of the emails I got were really alarming. They didn't really email me to have a conversation at all, but it is what it is. And you just gotta work on. You sound like an overworked college student getting straight D's. It feels like that sometimes, but no. I actually did very well in college, but the stress is very similar. You have a lot of different stress, but I'm also, kind of still in the transition period of becoming an adult, paying bills, working, having car issues all the time, stuff like that. Yesterday, I had to make a trip to the hospital. My girlfriend got really, really ill, and she had to go to the hospital. And so I was going to live stream yesterday, and I really wanted to, but I had to go to the hospital. It was about 4 hours we spent there in the ER, and yeah, so there's been a lot of stuff that has been going on, like just random stuff like that pops up, and it's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, I wanted to do that live stream yesterday and take care of it, because I think in the response video I said I would do it either today or the next day, and I never got to it. So that's another thing people can throw at me, saying I fucked up again and I lied. Sorry, this is 2 days, 3 days later instead of the next day like I said, so my bad. I'm sorry for not live streaming sooner. But anyways, we'll get into it. I'll read the comments real quick, or the live chat, and then I'll keep going from there. Still haven't bought decor with my dono money. Actually, we have bought a little bit of decor. We did. The background's just gonna be, it's a lot of my stuff, but I got like posters from some of the movies I've made that I gotta hang up, and then my girlfriend's been on the decor thing for the house. She's been buying decorations for the house and stuff like that, which has been nice. Oh man. Yoshi can get it, not gonna lie. Yeah, I got the 2 Yoshis back there, all the different Yoshis here. The setup's a bit weird. My girlfriend actually went out and bought me an Among Us plushie, which that's kind of sus of her to do. Get it? But yeah, she bought me one of these. She has another one over there, and so she wants to just keep buying these from now on. So we're gonna have a bunch of Among Us characters and Yoshis too, which is gonna be kind of cool. I better hurry up and get to the comments because I don't want people being pissed off, being like, "Oh, you're you're doing that, whatever." So you keep deflecting, you keep talking about your stream and your life and your room and stuff like that. So I shouldn't say that. My apologies. Let them hate at this point, TJV. It's important that you and the people important to you are doing okay first before anything else. Yeah, and I always wanted to do that. I mean, one of the things that I don't think I talked about much in my response video was one of the biggest things I got thrown at me while I was waiting to do the response video is I had a lot of family stuff going on and people saying, "Oh, you're using the family card," and you accused other people of using the family card, so you're a hypocrite and all this other stuff. And yeah, there was just a lot of things that happened in the last 4 weeks, last month. I wish I could tell you guys. I really wish I could tell you what's going on, just so you guys can at least understand what was happening in my life. I can't. I mean, I have respect to the people that were involved. There's just people in my personal life who I don't want to expose and say out loud what is going on. But hopefully within time, there's a day where I can talk about it. And if I can talk about it, I'll be able to tell all of you guys. And maybe there'll be a little bit of an understanding at that point. Maybe I'll just never talk about it ever, and people will just understand that, hey, maybe we'll have to take his word that there was something going on, and he just couldn't do it right away. But it is what it is. But yeah, we're going to talk about comments and stuff like that. So first, I want to say that the video, my response video that I made, the reception wasn't too bad. I was expecting worse, honestly, but the response got that 224 likes. I think we had a little over 100 dislikes. So it's right around like 60-something% like to dislike ratio. Not terrible, but it's not too good either. So like there was a lot of people who had a problem with it. I think in its first day that it came out, it was getting close to 80%. And then after the second, third day, it just went back down. So people watching it later after the fact, and probably when other videos were being made about the response video. Because if you go look on YouTube, I think there's like 4 or 5 smaller channels, I think, who made videos saying that I didn't do a good response video or whatever. I never got to watch any of them. I got to see the title and the thumbnail from when people sent it to me. But that's that. Doesn't help that there was so many videos asking for a response. Yeah, it doesn't really help either. I mean, I didn't really want to make a response for every single video, and I never wanted to make a video responding to every single point, I didn't really want to do that. I think early on that was the intention. I mean, I thought I was a bit confident in the beginning. I was like, you know what, I can debunk all of this, and then after 2 weeks or so, I was like, hey, I don't really want to debunk all of this. I don't want to go through that effort and that battle to disprove every single point, even though I might know that the stuff's not true about me. Other people were just like, you need to show proof, you need to show evidence, you need to share your side, you need to do all this. And I'm like, you know what, people are going to make up that about me for a long, long time. People are going to keep doing that. If you're going to be on YouTube, you're going to deal with that a lot. So it is what it is. I'm learning to live with the fact that people want to sit here and discuss their experiences online, and they want to say that they had horrible experiences, even though from my perspective they never shared any concerns or issues or anything else. And if they want to do that, I wish them the best for it, and I wish them all good health in their life. But I'm not looking to sit here and completely shit on people like that anymore. I used to want to do that. I used to be very cocky, very egotistical. I used to want to appear like I'm the top dog, I guess. I don't know. I think that's the best way I can explain it, even though it's pretty bad. I used to want to be that way. And, after you get put in your place, it fucking sucks. And then you sort of have like this realization that, hey, what do you want to do going forward? Do you really want to keep being in the same situation? Because if I defend myself completely from this, it's only going to take another year of people trying to build up dirt on me and release it in a video for all this shit to happen again. You know what I mean? Things that I say, inconsistencies. If I change my mind from one month to another, people are going to call me out for that, yada, yada, yada. There's just going to be a lot of stuff like that that's going to end up happening. And I really don't want to have to go through that all over and over again. So what I'm doing instead, to the best of my ability, is to sit here and try to sit here and just give as much respect to this situation that's going on as I possibly can, and then from there move it on. And then if people want to stick with me and support me and do that, that's up to them. I have no problem with that. If people don't, they don't, and that's completely fine. I'm not mad either at any of the commentary channels that decided to make videos about me or talk about me or say things about me. I mean, it is what it is. I have like my personal feelings about that, but in a public standpoint, it's no problem. I wish Chilled Venom, Sen, Zombie Fox, Velocity, all of them the best, and I thank them for making some quality entertainment for some of my community, my ex fan base or whatever, or even my current fan base. I appreciate all of that. And yeah. Okay, moving on. We can start talking about some of the comments and go from there. So, remember kids, this is the same guy who was so convinced he'd be able to change Velocity, Chilled, and Zombie Fox's mind with this video, saying that it would have them coming to him and apologizing. Not quite sure everything that I sat here and said in the beginning. Again, it was about a month ago. I think I was very cocky like that. So, Titanium, thanks for the reminder. There was a lot of stuff like that going on where there might have been some cockiness where I could disprove all of that. And I still think that, like right now, if I go through all the videos, I could say that like this stuff is hearsay and you either got to believe them or me, or if I bring in any witnesses from my side, you know, I could sit here and do that with every single point, and then misinterpretations of certain situations and stuff like that that they're talking about may be true, but they're interpreting it as, you know, I'm the bad guy in the situation. I could do that. I could sit here and say, hey, some of this stuff is just simply not the case at all. And one of the things I brought up was the I don't pay artists sort of thing, and I refuse to pay artists and all this other stuff, which just sounds completely ridiculous from the get-go, but a lot of people are believing in that. So when I brought up my point, they kind of took it the other way, and they were like, oh yeah, you can sit here and disprove this thing that no one was calling out for, when it was being called out. I mean, the entire video, there was an entire section of it talking about I don't pay artists. So I could make an entire video doing it, but I'm not looking to do that. I don't want to sit here and go through, you know, an hour of Velocity's video and an hour of Zombie Fox's video and then the hours of content from everyone else and have to defend myself against every single point. Because again, if I leave out any single point, people are going to try to bring that up later, say, oh, well, you never defended yourself, so it must be true. So I'm not looking to do that. I mean, if you want to go over there and believe every single thing they say, that's fine. I don't blame you, because I never sat here and gave my side of it. I never gave my evidence, and I'm not complaining about that. That's whatever it is. That's fine. But I had a change of heart on the whole situation. A couple weeks later, after working on it and writing up notes and editing it and doing all that, I had a change of heart saying, hey, I don't really want to have to go through all that. I don't really want to have to do all of that. What I would rather want to do is apologize, in a very broad statement, nothing aiming down on one thing. One thing I want to apologize. One thing I wanted to do is apologize for any things that I might have done, and then sit here and say that, you know, it's something that I should work on, and I should take this as a learning experience, take it as a learning curve, rather than use it as a content thing for a while and make money off of all of that, make a ton of videos about that, and then upload all my interviews that I've had with people, and then upload individual responses to every single video and make a ton of money off of it. This way, it's just all in one video. I apologize for the actions that I might have done in those situations, but the things that aren't true, I'm not really going to specify too much. If someone leaves a comment asking, hey, is this true or is that true, I might put some, like, I might say whether or not it's true or not, but I'm not looking to do that throughout this entire live stream. That's not really the goal. The response was decent. Can't please everyone, so just acknowledge that you responded and move on, I say. Yeah, and that's kind of the goal. That's sort of what I'm doing right here as well, is just saying that, hey, I made my response video. If you're not happy, here's a kind of a follow-up, and I'll answer some questions. TJV, as someone who does make content for a different channel, best thing is to make content you truly want to make, not what people expect you to make. Well, again, it is what it is. People are going to expect everything on every little video. Why didn't you include that? Why didn't you include this? It is what it is. That's just drama for you. People will be putting out opinions. If people disagree for whatever reason, it creates drama. I mean, I think it's a little more than that, but it is what it is. You aren't owed an explanation. Louis is, but not you. I want to put this to rest too. I don't know how much I can say because, you know, I did have a conversation with Louis, and as far as I know, we came to a resolution. There was some things in the past that I could have done, and it was a mistake on my part. So I decided to go forth and remove my videos about Lui Caliber, and I moved on. And I don't. Me and Louis left a call, and there's not really any other communication that we've had since then. But stuff has been sort of handled and resolved in that front. I know I'm going to continue to receive flack for a very long time over all that stuff, but there was something resolved between me and Louis. And that's all I can really say about that. I don't want to have to sit here and talk about specifics. It was a private call. It was a private matter that was handled privately. It could have been handled publicly, but it's not really going to be something that I want to talk about. Want not make an official video on the Louis topic. You misled us. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Rubber Goose. If you put more of an explanation in the chat, I can try to answer. I don't want to make an official video all about the Louis stuff because I've talked about Louis the way I did, and I've had mistakes with the way I've talked about Louis, and I'm not really looking to resolve that going forward. Again, like I said, it was handled privately, and that's it. I mean, there was a bit of a public outburst over on Crow's channel between us, but after that, there was a private meeting where we talked about stuff and handled it and resolved it. And if you look at my channel, there's not the videos about Lui Caliber anymore. They're removed. I'm just not looking to go resolve every little thing of my past, but over time I will. You'll probably see more videos in the past that I'll end up deleting because I'm just not proud of them, or I know I've made mistakes and I want to learn from them, and then remove them and try to avoid being criticized over and over again for mistakes that I've made in the past. But we're all going to go through it in life, and I'm prepared for it, so it's not that big of a deal. It's good that you had a conversation with Louis. I'm not attacking you. I'm talking about people demanding an explanation that is not Louis. Right. TJV, this feels like the Bill Cosby situation without the whole rape stuff. Whoa. That's a lot. Okay. You know, I don't care about you debunking every little thing. A lot of things from the videos are trivial and don't really matter. You could have focused on some of the bigger things that are false. Right. I mean, Zombie Fox, if you have anything in particular that you're talking about, yes. What I wanted to avoid for the video, though, is have the focus be on, you know, saying, okay, hey, there are some stuff that's incorrect. Let me take something small. So I'm not trying to, like, you know, pick something huge out of the video where it focuses on. Let me pick something small and something that I've already done interviews and have stuff laid out for. So I started with that. And then there was going to be more things in that response video that I was going to talk about, but I didn't want the video to be a half an hour long video where half of it's debunk stuff, the other half's like, oh, but there is some stuff that's right. I'm sorry. I'd rather just take the smallest amount of time debunking one little thing and then focus the rest of the video on, hey, I fucked up. I made mistakes before in the past. I'm looking to learn from it, take it as a learning curve, and then move forward with that. Hopefully that makes sense, but I was sort of doing it in the best in the best interest to those who weren't here to look for that, who were just here to look for sort of, hey, what's the general thing that's going on? What are you going to be doing going forward about any of this stuff? Are you going to debunk all this stuff? Are you going to call them out for it? Some people were even asking, am I going to take people to court over this shit? Which I'm not. I mean, say what you want to say about me online. It's fair game. Definitely wasn't going to go out and throw legal threats around because I'm just not about that. And yeah, so I kind of wanted to just focus on the whole other thing. All right, moving on though. We'll get into the next. We have a lot of comments to go, and we're barely through this, so let me just keep talking about it. You know, usually I would understand people taking forever to make a response, but why did this take so long? I'd figured you'd addressed everything, but the only thing you covered was not paying artist accusations, which I'm glad you did pay them. That was a W for you, but what about the rest? And then he talks about the whole flirting with ex-Discord staff members. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't one of them say you accused her of being a pedophile? And then I'll read the rest of that here in a second. So let me answer that first question first. Why did it take so long? It took so long because there was a lot of things going on. On Christmas Eve, when Velocity put out his video with all my ex-Discord staff members, and that's where 90% of the accusations came from, is from that video. I jumped on it right away to sit here and try to say, okay, I'm going to make a response video, and that's where a lot of the cockiness came from, because when I watched parts of the video and stuff like that and kind of skimmed through it, I was like, okay, a lot of this stuff just is not true at all. It's either hearsay, from their part, they're making up stuff, or they're misinterpreting stuff. There's a lot of situations that were true and did happen, but they didn't happen the way that they were laying it out. And then there was a lot of things that just simply weren't true, and I was just kind of startled at the time, and sort of taken back that they would even try to bring up stuff like that to try to pin that against me or use that against me or do whatever. That was back near Christmas Eve. I had a lot of Christmases I still had to do, so I was working on that video. I wanted to do other videos too at the time. I do a year video every year, so I was working on trying to finish up that, but also work on the response video. There was a lot of stuff I was following. I'm a big football fan. So I was following a lot of the stuff with the NFL, going to watch the game with a bunch of family and friends at the time. There was just a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that I was going through. Again, don't want to try to always use that as an excuse, but that kind of was what was going on at the time. And that's why it took so long. I did have a timeline edited in Premiere and notes written up. I was going to debunk all of that stuff, and then about 2 weeks into that, I sat here and I changed my mind and said, hey, I don't want to sit here and do this. I just would rather, I'll talk about what's true and what's not true when the question gets brought up, but the main focus I should do is just take this as a learning lesson, a moment in my life where I can learn from and move on from there. That's why it took so long, is because I kind of had again, like I said, change of heart, change of a mindset, whatever you want to call it, and would rather sit here and focus on what is best for me, not what's best for my image. So if it looks like shit that I'm coming out to apologize for things and not being specific on stuff, or if I'm coming out to defend some stuff but not other stuff, that might hurt my image, but it's probably best for me to sit here and learn from the things that I can learn from and move on and become better from that, rather than sit here and be this cocky, young adult who's going to sit here and try to defend every little thing. And then if I can even come out on top on, trying to defend myself and be victorious and all that, what am I learning from all of that and stuff like that? So again, I'm not worried about my image being tarnished, because there was mistakes I did make in the past to get myself set up to this point. Now, if there's going to be stuff that's really hurting my image, that's just simply not true, I would call it out. But the whole flirting with ex-staff members and stuff like that, that's not really hurting my image all that much. I mean, if talking a little bit more about that, they were all of age. They were near my age anyways. Most of them were good friends of mine at the time. and it never really proceeded besides random flirty messages back and forth. What do I need to defend there? There's really nothing. I mean, I viewed them as friends at the time, if that helps. We were both the same age, if that helps. We sent gifts and of cutesy little cringy stuff. We sent messages back and forth. There was people in my Discord shipping me and another person here and there whenever that came around. I did that with my guy friends on Discord as well. I mean, I got messages to prove it. But like I said, what is there to defend there? There's not. It's just, it is what it is. If you think little of me for doing that, I'm sorry. I'm moving on from it. I mean, that is what it is. Not trying to make it sound like it's little or anything, but if any of those girls had an issue with it, a lot of them can still get a hold of me to this day, and they could have let me know. I've never heard a complaint from Dino, but she said that she's received a lot of flirty messages, or I don't know why she's bringing it up to make me... I think she was trying to bring it up because I accused Louis of doing it and saying that I don't flirt with girls on Discord or whatever like that. But when I was asked the question, I think it might have been on Sen's or Crow's stream, I was asked, do you flirt with fans on Discord? Do you flirt with girls on Discord? And I was like, no, I don't go out flirting with random fans or anything like that. And that's how I viewed on answering that question. Other people were like, oh, so he doesn't ever flirt with girls. And so there was a bit of a mix-up on clarity there. And that's why maybe I think they did it, is because they thought I was just flat out trying to lie about it. So that might have been a confusion point there. It might have caused a misconception, I'm guessing. But again, other than that, though, I don't know why they wanted to bring all that up. It doesn't bother me none the least, because it's something that I did a while ago. It was cringy. It was kind of, stupid on my part, because it kind of set up for this stuff to happen. But it's something that, clearly doesn't happen anymore. And it's something that is just something for me to learn from, and that's all it is. Flirting isn't illegal, plus if it's going on from both parties, there really isn't anything wrong with it. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. If you go look at any of those messages, all of them are flirting back and forth with me. It isn't like I was stepping out of line or harassing them or doing anything like that. It was just something that happened. Do you have underage staff members? There are a couple of them who are under the age of 18. But they're all old enough to have Discord in the first place, and none of the flirting ever went on with anyone under the age of 18. I mean, those are some really serious allegations, but not Velocity's video, any of the ex-staff members, all that stuff, nobody's ever came out to say that I did it, so I don't want anyone thinking that did happen. But that is something that did happen. There was a lot of hiring of anyone that was old enough to use Discord but had knowledge and experience. So there's a couple staff members that are under the age of 18. I'm not going to go out and name any of them because I don't want them targeted or anything else like that. But it is something that obviously is the case. But yeah. You sent a rope to a man that's in a state of depression. So yeah, there was another accusation. I'll bring that up. So there was another accusation that came out that I sent a rope and a knife to a friend of mine, an ex-staff member, for Christmas to try to have him harm himself because I knew he had depression. That this is another thing that's clearly a lie and not true at all. There was a time where I sent Christmas gifts to a bunch of staff members, and one of them, I sent, he lives overseas, and I had this box I sent to him with a lot of different stuff in there, and a card with a note on it. I wish he would release what it says on the card, because it would just reveal why I sent what I sent. But what happened was there was a smaller box in there that said How to Catch a Predator kit, and it had your basic survival stuff, like a rope, a knife, and a bunch of other stuff in there. Well, later that was flipped on to me to say, oh, he was in a state of depression. You sent him a rope and a knife to hurt and harm himself. You tried to make him want to kill himself or whatever. when that wasn't the case. And I actually know about this, and I knew about this before Velocity's video came out, because I've heard about this from other people saying, hey, Simp's, didn't want to say his name, but the ex-staff member name is Simp. Simp is trying to go around and say that you did this, So I already knew that was coming. I already knew Simp was probably going to use that against me at some point. But it's just simply not the case. You can't even ship stuff through the mail like that to try to harm people. You can't do that. It was a tiny little, like, it's a very tiny little rope. It's like if a little kid had like his own version of a rope and everything, and a very baby little knife. It was very small stuff. It wasn't anything major, and it wasn't anything to make him try to harm himself. He was a really good friend of mine. He was one of the highest ranking staff members in my Discord. Me and him spent a lot of times in VCs. He spent a lot of times in live streams with me, talking to me. I did 24-hour live streams. He helped me stay awake. I had a lot of good experiences with him. And at Christmas time, he opened up his Christmas gift in front of me and a bunch of other staff members. And the fact that, you know, he opened it up and looked surprised and was laughing and happy about all that stuff, it very contradicts what he's saying now about that. So that none of the, you know, me sending the rope or the knife to have him try to harm himself is the case. That's not happening. I didn't even know he had depression. He never talked to us about stuff like that. He talked about other personal stuff in his life and stuff like that, but he never said anything about him having depression. I never knew anything about that. He left my staff team last January. He came back for a little bit, and then we unfortunately had to remove him again from this server. But I never heard anything about him having mental problems at all. He never talked to me about that stuff, ever. So I had no idea about any of that stuff. Most of the stuff I was sending to my mom saw what I was putting in the box. She approved, like my own mother saw that, and she knew exactly what I wrote on the card. And there's a lot of stuff on there that, again, if he just revealed everything that I got for him and revealed what I wrote on the card that I gave him, it would clear everything up. So again, that's another thing that is clearly being lied about to make me look bad. Again, not trying to go after him for any of that stuff. If he doesn't want to respond, doesn't have to respond. But the fact that that was put out there is kind of unfortunate. TJV, when I said this was a Bill Cosby situation, is because when multiple people you know personally say and agree with the terrible things you did does not look good. It doesn't, but there's a lot of people that are close to me now, including the current staff team, who know about this stuff. I mean, a lot of my current staff know about this, and a lot of them are willing to come out and help out and say that they were willing to share their experiences and what they know about the stuff that the ex-staff team were talking about, because a lot of my current staff team, some of them were there for some of that stuff. Some of them know those people, and they could share their experiences, and you could get another side. But again, I'm not looking for that, because I can see everyone just trying to make up the excuse, oh, they're your staff team, of course they're going to lie for you. Well, then what's the point in bringing them up if you're not even going to give them a chance to hear them out what they're wanting to say? So it's what it is. It is what it is. At TJV, soon there will be something that will show what type of people they really are and what they have done to people. I mean, yeah, it just sucks that people want to try to accuse me of that. I mean, that stuff does suck. But again, like I said, there's a lot of other things that I have screwed up on, actually, and I don't want to take away from that. There is stuff that I want to learn from. There is stuff that I've made mistakes about. One of those things are not sending somebody who has depression a rope and a knife. That never happened. It never did. I'm sorry, but I sent him a rope and a knife, but it was with a bunch of other survivals, like a survival kit stuff, and on the box it said how to catch a predator kit. It was like a Chris Hansen kit. It was a joke. It was a dark humor joke, and that's all it was. And he opened it right in front of everyone. He knew exactly what it was, and he laughed at it. He thought it was funny. So I don't know why he would try to come around and do that. I don't know. It just hurts, because I know people can try to pick that up and use that against me, and then damn, that would really suck. That would really suck if I had to try to explain that more in detail, because there's nothing else more to explain. It was sent as a joke part of something else, and then he took, oh, let me take these two items and say that he did this with it because I had depression. And I was like, really, dude? That just sucks. It is what it is, though. Yeah, that was weak of whoever tried to throw that at you. I mean, if there is something that I did like that, I wouldn't be, I would understand and I would have to come clean about that. But that's just something that's, and again, this is all hearsay. Like, how else do I defend myself from this? By telling you guys, oh, it's just not true. That's why I don't want to make an entire response video, because, like I said, that thing he's accusing me of is a very serious thing. There's a ton of things that are very serious. They try to accuse me that I mistreat people in my family, like females in my family. That's something that's in their videos, in I think Velocity's video. The ex-staff member saying that I mistreat like my mom or whoever, females in my family. That's another very serious thing, and why I don't want to come out and have to talk about any of this stuff. I really don't, because it's just not true, and I don't know where to begin with it. So it's just something that is going on. I haven't had a bad experience with you, TJV. Personally, there are things that I don't agree with. And again, if there's things that you don't agree with, that's fine. I mean, there's always going to be an agree to disagree, and that's definitely the case with my ex-staff team. But I think that we all should just be on the same side. The truth, if you want the truth to come out, have the truth come out, but nothing more, nothing less. At TJV, on a live stream, you told the address of someone named Ruby. Yeah, I'll talk about that here. Speak about doxing. So apparently there is a situation where I had two of my ex-staff members. One of them were removed because of a lot of different things, and that's what Not a Scammer was bringing up, that I was accusing her of being a pedophile. One of the things at the very bottom of the list, I think I have a report still here on the computer on why we removed her. She had a ton of reasons why she was being removed from the staff team. She was not cooperative, she wasn't working well, she was causing issues with people on the staff team, so she was going to be removed. I didn't even do most of the talking. It was my good friends Blake and Abby at the time. They were in charge of the server with me. They did most of the talking, wanting to release her from the staff team. And, you know, I think she almost started breaking down crying at one point, and then she started yelling. And we told her she can still be a member in the server, she can't be staff anymore. And we didn't want to get rid of her or anything like that. We just wanted her not to be a staff member for now because of all the stuff that she was causing and all the issues. And so when we removed her, you know, she's, you know, this other person who's connected with her decided to remove a lot of stuff from the server using a bot that he added, and it deleted a lot of chats, a lot of staff chats, a lot of public chats, a lot of stuff was removed. And when that happened, I made a live stream to address, because there's a lot of people active in my Discord server. I made a live stream to address what was going on, and I then proceeded to sit here and maybe go too far in saying her real name and everything like that and all this other stuff, and where she lives and who she's married to and all this other stuff. But again, that was a bunch of information she was sharing with the staff team that I didn't have to reveal in the live stream, but I did. And again, it was a lot of built up anger and stuff like that. And then towards the end, when everyone else was saying, yeah, what they did was really bogus, it felt like, hey, this is like a little revenge moment. She thought she was going to delete everything in my server and keep me in chaos, but no, my community's staying together. We really showed her that she can't really dismantle this community just by deleting a lot of chats, so I said, this is sweet, sweet revenge, or whatever at the end. Later on, taken very, you know, construed it a very different way. What ended up happening was I got a call later on. I reported her to any authorities that I pretty much could about an online thing like this. It broke a bunch of Discord rules and stuff like that. Contacted Discord about it. Didn't really hear anything. I think about a month or two later, I got a call from an officer for my local authorities that works with the FBI. He sat here and got a hold of me. I was very worried about what it was going to be because I got told by my parents that it was left on the house phone. So when I called back and asked, he sat here and goes, I'm here to discuss about somebody who lives here, and I knew exactly who it was. It was the sex staff member and the other person. And what ended up happening was I got on the phone and he sat here and says, well, we're discussing, you know, she's claiming that you harassed her and you sent people to go harass her. And I was like, okay, that was never the intention. I never did anything. And he was like, wait. We can't even find anything in your live streams or any of your videos actually harassing her. And I was like, you can't? And he goes, no, we're looking at the live stream that she provided for us, and there's no harassment in there at all. I mean, you're talking about the situation, you're doing this, and that, yada, 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 and all that other good stuff. And, yeah, so that's what happened there. So then I went to go update my current staff team on what's happening and what I just got off the phone with. And at this point in the video, I think Dino says that I'm very pissed off about it, and I'm shouting, and I'm breaking stuff, or I'm doing whatever. I'm very mad is what Dino says. That was never the case. I was actually pretty happy that the officer, sided with me, and he sat here and said, we looked into it and you didn't do anything wrong. So then I asked the officer over the phone, would you ever be getting in contact with her? And he said that somebody from her local authorities would get in contact with her about the situation and let her know what's going on. So that's what happened there. Never did I ever hear about her having to go through any personal problems with it, and if she did and had to put cameras up at her place, or if if people were showing up at her place, my greatest apologies, but I never heard about any of that ever happening. And there was never really an intention to go send anybody to go and harass her. Again, it was just another mistake that I said a little bit too much when I did, but I never got any sort of legal trouble, never got into any serious crime or issues with that, never broke the law with any of that. I've had literally an officer who works, with the FBI who works on that sort of stuff, never had an issue with anything that I said. I even asked him if I could keep talking about it on my channel if I wanted to, and he goes, yeah, you're not breaking any guidelines or rules or laws or anything else like that. You can continue to talk about it if you want. I just never did until there was another video that came out one day where another ex-staff member mentioned Vex, the ex-staff member, so then I brought up all the reason why she was removed from the server, because this ex-staff member was saying she was removed just because Trevor liked her or whatever, and blah, 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 all this other stuff, so... That's sort of everything that happened and how it came about. And then one of the reasons towards the bottom was there was accusations against her, and I told her I didn't want to associate with anybody who even had accusations. So until those get cleared up or you can clearly disprove them, we're just going to remove you, but we're not going to sit here and attempt to do any of that. In the video, I say that there's people who came forward, and a staff member of mine who said that they had experiences with them that weren't good, that was very sexual. And this staff member of mine was under the age of 18. He was 16, 17, I think, and she's well over 20. And yeah, so that's what happened there. Again, not trying to crap on her or anybody else in this entire situation, but that's sort of what happened there. Did I try to dox her? No, it was just a couple more things that I said that I should have. It is something that I took accountability for, and there's not really any other situations on my channel of that stuff happening. But that is what happened there. Yeah. And then me calling her a pedophile, it was just accusations against her that I brought up in my video. And then anything else, I don't know if there's anything else to talk about that. I mean, there's other points brought up about the situation in the video, but I don't really remember everything. Let me go up and see what everyone else was continuing to talk about, because I kind of went off to talk about that. At TGV, I have fun watching your live streams, and when drama comes up, much like larger streamers, it's better to clear the air, not like Vinnyland. TJV, just know that my live stream wasn't trying to go after you. I was trying to react to the situation. Yeah, I know. I'm not accusing anybody of trying to go after me. Even Velocity and all of them, I'm not trying to accuse them of. Yeah, that's in Velocity's video, but they know to make claims like that towards people. It's not just you. They have done it too. Are they really this worried that TJV made mistakes? We have made mistakes, some worse than others. TJV's mistakes, I'd say, aren't even near the top of the list of major mistakes. I don't think they are either, but I am going to be treating them as if they're a big deal, because that's what a lot of people would really care for. They would care if I sat here and I really tried to focus on, hey, each thing that they're accusing me of deserves equal time. You know, if they're all allegations or claims that I've done bad things. Um, that's another thing. I wish I could. Well, can any of my staff members just type I in the chat real quick? I just want to see what staff members are here. And then I got a question for you guys as well. This is another thing that I was going to bring up at some point. But this is just another thing that was brought up. So we got Link, Yikes, Thunder. TJV, you had a good friend you accused of betrayal, but when he tried to clear his name, you basically humiliated him and laughed that he took his job seriously. If you're talking about Simp, I will talk about that in a second, Dr. Oblivious. Okay, so there's a few staff members. So what I wanted to address is another thing that they bring up is that I mistreat females in my Discord, or female staff members. But another thing that they bring up is that only female staff members get promotions. They get more treatment. It's a lot easier to move up on my staff team if you're a female than you are a male. To any staff members that are in the live stream, if you guys want to share your opinions on that, have you ever felt like you were not promoted because you weren't a female, or you were promoted because you were a female, or if there was, you know, Yikes goes, yeah, bro, practically owner of the server. But yeah, I'm just saying there was a lot of situations like that. I'm not saying he was a female Dr. Oblivious. I'll get to that thing in just a second. That's a completely different thing that I will talk about here in a second. But that was another thing that was it. VC or just text. Yeah, you can just tell me in text if you want. Again, I don't want to bring in staff members into this to try to make this an entire defend myself sort of thing. But it's just another thing I wanted to sort of get another side on. But yeah, there's just a lot of accusations that I mistreat females in the Discord in the Discord server. My staff team, the females get mistreated a lot. I'm a woman abuser. One of the quotes taken from the video, I think Pork said that I abuse or mistreat or disrespect women or something like that. And then another thing is, well, if you're a female, you get promoted a lot quicker. You go higher up if you're a female. So it's kind of two different contradicting statements at the same time. I mean, either it is or it isn't. I mean, do I promote females and then I treat them with disrespect if they don't do something for me? Is that what they were trying to get at or not? I don't know. I don't know what the full claim is. It's just there's a lot of contradicting stuff in there that I figure a normal person would be able just to hear the 50-minute video play out and be like, wait, there's some things that just don't add up. And that's just one of them. Is I don't know how that's the case. We promote people if they do a good job. If the females on the staff team are doing a better job and doing their job better, yes, they're going to be promoted over the males who aren't doing a good job. But out of the highest ranking things on my server, there has only been one female who are in the top 2 positions. All other four people have been me, Coda, Chambers, and Simp. 4 guys, 1 girl in the top 2 positions. And the only reason why the girl's up there is because she helped create the Discord server with me. I'm sorry, but that's another thing that just simply isn't the case and isn't true. So, I don't know. Because even through Yikes, it's shorter than me. She doesn't rank higher than me. But no mistreatment whatsoever. You have never made me feel like I was treated worse or better because I'm a girl. All right. Well, my girlfriend over there goes, me either. But yeah, doesn't matter. He asks a question. You came at him for it, and you got what he has going on IRL. Just chill, man. Huh? Doesn't matter. He asks a question. You came at him for it. You got into what he has going on. I don't know what you're trying to say there, Jessica. Dr. Oblivious, though, wanted to bring up the whole Simp thing. And if you're talking about the call with Simp, so the whole reason why that call happened in the first place is because Simp was going around trying to resolve a bunch of situations and stuff like that. And we asked him just to stay out of the situation. There was some incidents that were going on between staff members, and Simp was getting involved in a lot of that stuff, and he was asked to stay out of it. And then the call was to sit here and say, hey, there's been a lot of issues and a lot of problems coming up. And I have the call recorded on my end. And the only reason why I do is because I always try to record interactions with staff just to keep on file and to keep the record of it. Not to ever release it, but if there was ever a lie or ever something like, this happened or he removed me because of this, or if I was ever reported to Discord by them, I would have a recording of the file of what happened the moment they were released. And so there was a bunch of reasons why Simp was removed and banned from my server. It wasn't just whatever he was asking for. I think what he was asking for is show the proof. I said I had the proof, and I said I don't really have to show you the proof at all. And I think the proof is that he was over in a server talking crap about me. If I'm not mistaken, someone can clarify. Oh, Jessica, you have the same vape as me. Can anyone clarify that for me, if anybody knows what I didn't show proof of? I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something that I refused to show proof of. And again, I don't know what this was referring to. He goes, show proof if you want to. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to show you any proof. I don't have to show you anything. It's just, I know that you did these things. And he goes, no, I didn't. Show me the proof. And I kept insisting that he did. So, again, it was another incident where TJV, what about Terrorizer's girlfriend? There's an issue there. So again, this is another thing that involves a very private situation that should have never been brought up, but I think this was Simp again, who was there, decided to talk about this and bring it out there. So, Dr. Oblivious, if you want to move on to the next point, we can, but I'm not trying to, every single thing that you're trying to bring up, I'm not trying to sit here and shut down for you to bring up the next point. I mean, I'm sure there's comments about this I'll talk about, but the whole Terrorizer's girlfriend sort of thing there was, again, I really don't want to talk about it because it's not my situation at all. It was just shared it was a situation that was shared in a staff group VC. Somebody decided to share their experiences and what they were going through, and she specifically asked for no one to ever talk about this. Ever to talk about this. Keep it between us. And we all agreed. We heard it out. And that's it. That's all that happened. Until Simp released it in Velocity's video. And then he spilled the beans about everything. And now it's brought up again. Now people are going to be like, wait, what is he talking about? And now people are asking me, and I want to be honest and tell you guys, but it's not my situation. It was something private that was shared in there, and that's it. Okay, if you understand, then I won't go deep into it. But again, this is another thing where I really wish if Simp and all the XF members wanted to talk to me, we could talk, but releasing a lot of the stuff is just not important, and I'm not going to go into detail about all this. I mean, I could try to make a defense about it, but it's not, some of the stuff isn't even mine to speak upon. Trevor, when are we gonna kiss? Hey, Hannah. Dakota wants to kiss me.
No.
She says no, Dakota, I'm sorry. TJV, I have a question. If two people walk into a room, one short, one tall, the short one smokes, the tall one doesn't, who's higher? On a physical level, the tall person is higher technically, but if on like a psychedelic level, I mean the short one would be the higher one. TJV, will you cover Crimsix comment? Don't know what that's referring to. TJV, you get accused and you ask for proof, and if you got denied, you would be on a rant about it. I mean, yeah, there's been times before where if I got accused and asked for proof, and if you got denied, you would be on a rant about it. Oh, if you're talking about the whole Simp thing where he, kind of went on a rant and wanted to expose that, he can, that's fine, I have no problem. At the time, there was multiple people who were in a call with him at the time. and that's what I used as proof. It's more just witnesses rather than proof, but that's what I said there in the time. If that's another mistake I made in private talking about someone, I guess I'm sorry, but guys, I'm sorry. I do that every single day of my life. I will say something that's not true, but I think that might be the only thing that would probably be referring to. Like I said, Simp was removed for a lot more than just that one thing. So he was still going to get removed regardless if I had proof of that or not. He was still going to be removed from the server. And if he's salty about it, he's salty about it, and that's why he's ranting about it. But I had witnesses that who didn't like each other at all say the exact same thing of what Simp was saying. And I'm not going to get into on what he was saying, but if I told you guys would kind of be like, okay, I get why you were going at him at the time. Maybe some people wouldn't, but again, I'm not going into this. I'm not trying to make my ex-staff team look terrible. I don't want to do that. I don't want to cause a big fight with them. I don't want to say something that's going to piss them off. I'm sure me denying a lot of this stuff will piss them off, but I'm not trying to go after anybody. I'm really not. I'm sorry. If you know it's something to do with me, you can bring it up. If it's something to do with something they said or something to do with them, you can ask and I'll clarify it has nothing to do with me, but I'm sorry, I don't want to go after them. I'm not going after my ex-staff member. No matter what they did to me or what they said about me, that's what they want to say. I'm moving on. I'm ignoring them and going on beyond that. TJV, there's a Discord color issue. A Discord color issue. I don't know what you're talking about there. You're gonna have to clarify. Thunder, thank you for being a level 2 or becoming a level 2 supporter. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you use the green name in the chat responsibly, but you will because you're a staff member. Thank you for becoming a level 2 supporter. Thank you for becoming a member. TJB, someone made another video about you. People are gonna continue making videos about me. It's fine. But who is to say those people didn't have it in for him? I don't know. Alright. How would I not use it responsibly by breaking the rules? Alright, we gotta move on. This is our second comment, and we're already an hour into the stream, so we gotta hurry up. You can't just say, oh, here's videos of people criticizing me. Check them out and make your own opinion. I know you admitted you were wrong, but you have to address what was said in those videos because realistically, people are not going to check them out. They're just going to take your word for it. So let me emphasize again, if not a scammer, people are just going to take my word that it's people criticizing me. No, there are some legit things that they said that I did that was wrong. So they brought up screenshots of me flirting with people. Should I have not flirted with girls that are friends of mine on Discord? That's up to you to form your own opinion if you think that's wrong or right. People can watch all of Velocity's and all of Zombie Fox's videos and be like, hey, I still side with the guy. People are like that. People are going to watch those videos, and in every little thing that's said, they're going to believe it. There's going to be people all over the spectrum watching that video. All I can do is bring attention to those videos for people to be able to form their own opinion and not hide it. You say that I can't do that? Well, I'm sorry, but I can, and I'm doing it to try to be fair to everybody involved in all of these different situations brought up about me. So if people have a problem with me being a hypocrite, go watch that video. If you have a problem with me doing this, go watch that video. And that's all I can do is tell you to go watch the video. I don't know if you're not a scammer. Are you trying to criticize me here? Are you, this statement right here, are you trying to say I can't suggest people to go make, because people are just going to take my word for it? I'm sorry, but if people are just going to take my word for it, that's a problem with them, not with me. I can do my part by directing people to go do it, and I'm sure some people did. Some people went out of their way to go look up those videos and form their own opinion. But to those who are just going to blindly follow me and support me and, you know, take my word on it or whatever, I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about it. I can't force people to go watch those videos if they don't want to. What I can do is say, hey, this is what I'm talking about. Go watch these videos for more context. And that's what I did. I'm sorry, but that's what I can do. If you want to talk to me in private and discuss some stuff in private, I'm down after the stream because I have some separate stuff I want to ask. Nothing related to this stuff. If you have me on Discord, I mean, I'm sure you can get my Discord from someone if you don't, but if you have my Discord, Zombie Fox, feel free to add me and go about that. Do you agree that your response was as bad as Minnie's? I don't think it was. I think I was pretty open to have a discussion. I left an email open to talk privately with anybody. If you look towards the end of the video, I leave an email open. Anyone can come and talk to me about any issue they have, and I will respond thoroughly to all of that. I think Mini Lad was sort of shutting it out. He was trying to hide a lot of that stuff and avoid bringing it up, while I, literally right after I saw it, said I would debunk some of the stuff. I changed my mind and said I would take responsibility. I don't mind debunking the stuff, but that's not the goal of what I want to do. I want to learn from this and move on. What I did was nowhere near as severe as Mini. There's a lot of different differences. I mean, you can compare mines to Call Me Carson's and, what's his name? Any YouTuber who's put out an apology, you can compare it to anybody, technically. It's just, I don't think mine was like that. I think I was pretty open to have a discussion about anything that I did wrong. My main goal I'm trying to get out there, though, is I will learn from this. I will apologize for what I did wrong, and I will move on from it and not try to harp too much on this. It's just now I'm getting to it. Not gonna lie, I watched the other videos, and a lot of stuff was taken out of content. It also shows how petty some people can be. But I'm gonna head to sleep. Got a triple class of biology, so I can go cry now. Anyways, have a good stream, TJ. Thanks, Thunder. I really appreciate it. TJV, someone who worked under you were saying they changed a color or part of the Discord, and you made a strong complaint. So, I think you're referring to Vex in that situation. She sat here and said that I yelled and screamed at Abby for changing Discord colors, and I complained and had an issue, and I forced her to give me ownership of my Discord. So what ended up happening in that, again, another private issue between me and an old friend that I know in real life, which I don't want to bring up, but it was brought up again for some reason. What ended up happening in this whole situation was we had staff applications at the time, and we were bringing new staff members onto the staff team. One of the things that happened was Abby was in a call asking for suggestions from some of the new staff and bringing on some new staff, and I was asleep for most of the day that day, and I told her to wait for me to get on. I came online, had a private call with Abby, and I talked to her about it. Never was there any screaming or yelling or anything like that going on, but there was her being upset with me telling her that I wish she would have waited for that, because I was very happy to work on my own Discord and work on this and all of that. And that's what happened there. There was more of a conversation me and Abby had in person when she came over to my house, and we had lunch and we talked about a lot of different stuff, and we, caught up because we haven't seen each other for a while since the Discord was created. But besides that, that's the only thing that really happened that day. Don't know what the whole other thing is. Don't really want to talk about it because I'm not friends with Abby anymore. Me and her sort of parted ways. Don't really want to bring up any more than what I have to there. So I'm sorry that I can't do more, but that's it. Do you plan on seeing the new Batman movie? Yeah, I just went to go see the Jackass movie the other day. I want to put out a movie review tomorrow about it. Hopefully I can get that done and put it out tomorrow. But yeah, I just saw the 4th Jackass movie. But yeah, I plan on going to go see the new Batman movie, the new Dog movie with Channing Tatum, because my girlfriend really wants to see that. I want to go see the new Owen Wilson Marry Me movie with Jennifer Lopez. And then there's another one I want to go see. I'm not going to go see Moonfall, though. I've seen the previews of Moonfall. It doesn't look good to me. But TJV, if any of their issues have been dealt with privately, you can say so. I mean, I would say that, but if I say that, what's stopping them from coming around saying, oh, nope, he's lying. It hasn't been dealt with privately. Dr. Oblivious, if you want me to be truthful, all of these issues have been dealt with privately. Does that put an end to all of this? No, I'm sorry, it doesn't. It's just so conflicting right now is because they've all been dealt with. I don't know why it's being brought up. I mean, the only thing that hasn't been brought up has been the new claims, like the gift I sent to Simp, he took out of context and lied about or whatever. Even the flirting thing, the messages and stuff, that was all handled privately. The artist being paid, that was all handled privately. Me, Dino, and Pork were all on a call, and we talked about this. I don't know why they went to Velocity to bring it up again and expose it to everyone else when all of this was handled privately. Like, most of this stuff was handled privately. I don't know why it was being brought up again. But now that it's brought up again, and now that everybody knows about it, and everyone can take a deep dive in what, oh, this is what it must have been like to be a TJV staff member. I'm sorry, but ask Neon, ask Yikes, ask Thunder, ask anybody who's a staff member of mine. That's not the case. You can even ask Vandalism. He's been close to the staff team for a long time. A lot of what they are saying isn't what's happening now, and it's not what's happened back then. It's just that's what it's being perceived as is right now. And now something that was resolved a long time ago and we all went our separate ways is now being all brought up again, and now there's a bunch of issues, and I don't want to start a fight with these guys again because that happened back when there was issues. And trust me, there's a lot of issues. There's a lot of stuff that they did, but I'm not going to bring up what they did. I'm not going to bring up all the bad things they did because it's not my business to expose all of this stuff. They can expose stuff about me. They brought up my own family. They brought up arguments that they heard between me and my dad or me and my mother. They brought up stuff about me and my older sister's ex. They brought up a bunch of personal stuff in there. I'm not looking to sit here and go back and forth with them and bring up personal stuff with them. I'm not looking to sit here and shun them and say that they did wrong by doing all that, but that's what they're doing. And I'm fine with it. Let them bring up everything that they ever could know about me. Let them do it. I will sit here. I'll answer your guys' questions. But some of the stuff, I'm sorry, I just don't have answers for. It's been handled privately, or I'm just refusing not to talk about it because it's not appropriate to talk about. I remember a quote people on the internet seem to forget. To err is human, to forgive divine. DJV, just let it go. You don't need to explain anymore, man. Well, I'll keep answering comments, but I won't talk about that anymore. At TJV, because the old grudges they held on to, they wanted to do as much damage as they could. I still believe you don't deserve everything that is happening currently. It is what it is. I take full responsibility for everything that's happening to myself. I could have made a lot better decisions back then. I don't blame anybody. I could be wrong, but I remember them saying the females are favored, but yet there's only like 4 females on staff. It is what it is. Only staff I didn't like was made, Lamau. Thanks, Dakota. Alright. The way how it's been brought up again after it's been handled is wrong. And the people that supported it are wrong for that too. Hold on, Diaz. I'm going to just call you Diaz. There's a lot of people supporting them. And a lot of people supporting Velocity's video and all of this stuff. Again, I'm not saying do this, but I'm saying after you watch this live stream and after I answer a lot of these comments, if you go back and watch Velocity's video again, taking what I'm saying, just take it into account. You don't have to believe it, but just keep it in mind and go watch that video. You might have to have a little bit more of an understanding. Again, I'm not going to reveal a lot, and I'm not going to. But there's a couple things I already had to reveal because there was people in the, address this, address the doxing thing, address the flirting thing, address this thing, address that thing. I addressed it now. Now go back and watch it, see how they word it, see how they bring it up, and see some of the things that they decided to leave out, taking into account what I'm saying. Just keep that in mind. I'm not going to try to reveal anything else more about them, but I'm just saying a lot of things they chose to bring up, I knew from the get-go was bullshit. That's why I called it out and why I was so cocky, saying, I will disprove this so hard, Velocity and all of them will come back apologizing to me. That was me being very egotistical at the moment, thinking that's what I want to do. After 2 weeks of thinking about it, I changed my mind and said, hey, I don't want to become that person who wants to sit here and just shit on everybody for blindly believing them. I was mad. I was bitter over it at the time. I calmed down, realized, hey, your image is always going to get hurt. Your image is always going to get tarnished. That's the business you're in. Get over it and move on and do what's best for you. And that's what I decided to do for myself. So I'm sorry. TJV, why did you dox someone? There was never an intention to dox anybody. When I got in a hold of the authority at my local police department who's involved and works with the FBI, he sat here and said it wasn't really a dox. He never did anything to do that. You released very basic info, but I still regret it, and I still wish I never would have said that. It's just I said a little too much at the time because I was super anxious and upset with the person at the time for doing a lot of horrible things to my Discord. That's the only reason why I was brought up. It's okay. I'll re-bring stuff up again if people join and ask again. I don't have a problem. I don't have anything to hide. I'm taking responsibility for anything I did horrible in the past, and I apologize for all of it. I supported Velocity's video and how you responded in that video against your friend who tried to help you. I supported Velocity video and how you responded in that video against your friend who tried to help you. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about there. I'm sorry. I'll let you think on who in the top 10 members you might watch Mojo. Alrighty. Alright, I'm gonna keep going with this though. I'm gonna finish up his comment. You made it sound like, yeah, these guys are haters, and now most people in the comments are saying, yeah, ignore the haters, and now your fans are gonna think criticism equals being a hater. This is exactly what happened to Mini Lad's response. Everyone was so confused because he didn't show or talk about what he did wrong. Again, I think there's a big difference between me and Mini Lad's video, and I'm not trying to make them just sound like haters, but the more and more I try to explain what they're trying to bring up, and the more details that I'm trying to provide for the story for you guys to understand what really was going on, instead of them just saying, oh yeah, he flirted with a bunch of girls on Discord, well, that can be taken any which way. Once I explain, hey, these are all people near my age, these are all people, you know, above the age of 18, hey, these are all people that are friends with me, hey, these are all people who flirt back with me and we just send cringy flirty messages to each other. Now that you guys have more context, it doesn't sound as bad as their initial statement saying, hey, he flirts with girls on Discord. So like I said, they're clearly leaving out a lot of stuff and not clarifying it. And if their goal was to try to bring up something to criticize me for this but not that, they did a bad job in not clarifying. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because of this. Again, they brought up a lot of stuff. They brought up my own family. They brought up my older sister's ex. They brought up a lot of stuff in there that just I don't think needed to be brought up. But they did for a reason. And I'm always curious on why they thought they brought that up. Again, I wish they would reach out to me and talk to me about this and not have this be public. But they made their side public instead of talking to me. And I hope in the future they will reach out to me and talk to me. I understand, but don't beat yourself up over it. Just be better. Easier said than done, but you already took a big step, taking responsibility for anything that you actually did wrong. Just keep going. Well, I appreciate it. And slow down sometimes. I know time is on nobody's side, but time really goes against you if you rush. Yeah, I understand that. Thank you for letting me know that. Alright, moving on though. So it boiled down to, I don't need to defend myself. Thank you for admitting you're guilty. Took you long enough. I'm sorry, Kyle. Okay, so they lied about you paying artists. What else did they lie about in my questions? In fairness, some of the really bad stuff they accused you was hearsay. Yeah, it could be true. It could also be not true. I'd like to see either them prove it or disprove it. Until I will remain cautiously guarded. Trev, also the live stream on Made was a mistake. No matter how annoying or bad she was, you can't just attack someone who has no platform like that in front of tens of thousands of subs. It's dirty, and yes, you changed your mind on a lot of subject, but that's what growth is. We learn new info, gain new perspectives, and shape our opinions around what we've learned. If you don't do that, then you'd just be biased, one-sided, and stubborn like Crow, Sen, and Zombie Boyd Rat. I don't know what he's trying to get at there. One thing he brought up is the whole live stream about Made. The whole live stream about Made, again, that was another thing that was pushed by anger and me being angry at the fact that she was going online to attack one of my staff members over something, and it was completely ridiculous. And it got to the point where he even got off my Discord server and left, and I haven't really talked to him ever since. And it kind of sucks because he was a really good friend of mine on Discord. And again, another thing that was pushed by anger. I kept a really good job on biting my tongue, though, and not saying anything rude or crude to her. I just really think that what she did was wrong. I still think it's wrong. Me spending a live stream talking about it and dissing on her, was that right or wrong? I will say that it's something that, looking back on it, maybe a 5-minute video talking about it would have been better. But there's a lot of people we talk about every single day on the platform who don't have platforms at all. There's a lot of people on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. A lot of people don't have platforms, but we still talk about them and we diss them for doing bad things. That's something that I don't want to do going forward, and it's something that I am learning from as best as I can. I don't want to beat up on TJV, but the whole maid situation was just ridiculous. You didn't touch on the call between you and a close friend of you gaslighting him, saying he was guilty and trying to expose you. This just feels really played down. I wish you would admit that you were in the wrong and actually apologize to the people you harmed instead of general statements of I was wrong in some situations, but I won't tell you which ones. I don't care if it makes it to the public eye, but you do at least owe those who wronged an apology. And there are people who I think that I did wrong that I have went out of my way to apologize to. And I've made a general apology out in the public for anything general that I did. I don't think me going to Simp to apologize is really going to fix anything. Me saying that I regret some actions and stuff like that, maybe, but I'm not going to go out of my way to apologize, especially if some of these people are still actively trying to lie about things to this day. I mean, Simp is one of those people who exposed the situation that I had to talk about earlier. Simp is a person who sat here and said that I sent a rope and a knife to him while he was depressed to have him try to kill himself. I mean, those are some very serious things he's throwing at me, and me going out of my way to apologize to him over one little thing that we had, it's not that big of a deal. I didn't even make this public. This is something that if he really wanted to, he could reach out to me through a third party and talk to me about. But again, it is what it is. I just thought we went on our separate ways, everything's fine. But again, I'm not looking for him to apologize or me to apologize. I'm looking for me to sit here and apologize on behalf in a general sense and then move on. And I think that's the best way to do it. Me going up front to apologize to people when they're actively trying to make me sound terrible and lie and stuff like that is not a goal. I will apologize to anyone who's being civil and cordial and understanding with me. I don't have that sense from a lot of people, and I don't think I will for a while. So me doing a general one here in a live stream is probably my best bet. This felt like Mini Lad's apology all over again. Yay. What about how women are really the only ones that really have power on your Discord or Twitch because your weird fantasy with them, or how you were just outright creep towards a lot of them? I don't really know what this is referring to. I think Dino said at one point during Velocity's video that women have the real power over there, and I think Slushy agreed with that. I don't know for sure. Don't know on Twitch. I don't even really have a Twitch, so I don't know what that's referring to. I have a Twitch, but it has barely any followers. I don't live stream on Twitch. I don't follow anybody on Twitch. My weird fantasy with them and how you were just being a creep towards a lot of them. If anyone can bring up more information about that. If anyone can bring up more information about that, I would appreciate it, but I don't get it. I get you guys. I get you are a guy, but friendly flirting is one thing, but immediately becoming obsessed with them is a completely different. If anyone has any information about how I was completely obsessed, you can reach out to me, comment that, and I will see. But I don't know. Here's a tip for the future. When a woman is nice and friendly to you, that doesn't mean she's in love with you or has any kind of romantic feelings towards you. Again, I don't know what this is referring to. If anybody could let me know, I would really appreciate that. TJV, do you think the Jedi are evil? Well, if the Jedi are evil, aren't they Siths at that point? TJV, in a recorded conversation, you have a personal issue of lashing out before getting facts. You're going to have to tell me what recorded conversation you're talking about, and then I would probably understand why I did. Again, every recorded conversation that I was in, or that I recorded myself, or anything like that, they're all different situations. And if I can let you know, even if it is a personal issue, or if it's more of a social issue with a certain individual. And if you're talking about the one with Simp, I already know what he was doing. It was a public record on staff chats and other stuff on how he was messaging and talking to people, how he left the server, how he left the staff team. We have a certain set of rules. He was breaking the rules. Everyone could see it. I already had enough facts for him to be removed from the server in the first place and be removed and banned. If you're talking about Simp and him not receiving the evidence, the proof that I have, I already talked about what that was before, and why I didn't share it with him. The asking out Dino on the live stream thing, if anybody brings that up, it was clearly a joke between me and Blake was sitting here saying that he liked this girl who was on his phone, I think, or something like that, and I told him, here, let me show you how to properly ask somebody out, or ask somebody to the dance or prom or something like that. So then I did it with a friend at the time, which was Dino. She hilariously said no to me, and then I acted like I was all sad about it. Then I just sat here, and people thought, like, later on, people took it out of context that I was legit crying at that moment. But if you go back and watch that live stream, you can see that I'm not crying at all. It was just all played for a joke, and then we moved on, and it was no big deal. But it is later taken out of context, and I think even put in Velocity's video that I legit tried to ask her out there when it was just a joke on a live stream. And it probably most likely wouldn't happen publicly like that anyways. But people believed that. I don't know. I also heard in Velocity's video where you said that you were plotting to expose Terrorizer's girlfriend. Is that true? I already brought this up again, or I brought this up before. I don't really want to talk about it, but there was a situation where a girl joined into a VC with me and my staff team. She told us about stuff that she said she went through, and it was something private that she wanted us just to hear and talk about, and something that she was ranting about at the time, and that was it. That was the only thing ever being brought up, and then we never talked about it again. Nothing ever came out of it. Several months, almost a year, it was actually a year and a half later, Simp brought it up in Velocity's video, when it was a private situation that this girl was just ranting to us about. There was no plan to try to expose this person. There was no plan for any of that stuff to happen. Never, ever, 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 ever. There was nothing. It was an experience somebody had with Terrorizer's girlfriend. That's it. And I don't know why it was keep being brought up. And it's to the point where I don't even want to talk about it, because it's not on me bringing it up. It's not on the person who was ranting about it. It's the person who was in the VC that was told not to say anything about it. Simp brought it up. For whatever reason he did. It wasn't important to be brought up. But I'm sorry. Was it true that we talked about it? Yes. Was it true that there was ever a plan to expose? No. TJV, you should look at Velocity and read those comments. That's not really the goal in this. I don't want to have to cause more than what I am. I'm just wanting to read these comments. At least I'm reading the top comments for this. Hey TJV, I don't have enough time to respond to you responding to me. I'll leave a comment when the live stream ends and explain why this is like Minnie's response. I hope you'll read it. Thanks for reading. Yeah, I'll read it. No problem. I have nothing against you, man. Yeah, Miss Vixen, if you want to, I don't know. I was going to say, if you get a hold of me privately, I'll talk to you more about it. I don't want to have to reveal anything online. I'm not looking to cause any drama with it. It's something that happened. I'm not looking to bring it up again. It's just, it sucks that it had to be brought up in the first place because it was never planned onto. It was a private conversation that we had, and it was told to keep it private, and Simp knew if he released it, he would have a lot of eyes and attention, and he was going to try to make me look bad in that situation, but nothing ever really happened. So if you want to get a hold of me privately, you can about that, but I'm not looking to do anything else and say anything else about it. All right. All right, Miss Vixen. All right, leaving on. Dude, man up. Admit your wrongs. Be a person with at least some common sense. If you're in the wrong, just admit it. Don't get butthurt or act like you're getting depressed from any of this, man. I haven't fully watched the video. Okay, I don't even know how to respond to that then. Also, I'm glad that you're trying to improve. I have nothing against you either. I'm just trying to help in any way. I appreciate that. Dishonored track 6. I will say, though, you're owning up that you did wrong, but you didn't give your side in the whole Vex situation. I did hear... I don't know if that helps, but this is supposed to be more of just the follow-up to it. You didn't explain why you felt it was okay to be a hypocrite and go against your beliefs. You're going to have to bring up something specific. I use that argument a lot for a lot of the stuff that I just simply believe that when I don't really want to explain any further, I'll say, hey, it's just something that I believe. But at least you acknowledge that you did wrong. It's good. We'd like to know why you felt like it was okay, but after owning up to what you did was wrong, you saying, I don't think I did anything wrong, takes away from everything. So that's talking specifically about like Discord related stuff. A lot of people comment that saying, hey, you sat here and said that you're apologizing and you made mistakes, but later on you say, hey, you felt like you did nothing wrong. When I say, hey, I'm sorry, I made mistakes in the past, that was one conversation. I moved on then to specific Discord stuff, and I said, hey, I'll talk about some of the stuff that happened in my Discord, but I felt like I wasn't really wrong in any of that. That's talking strictly about some Discord stuff that happened in my Discord server, relating to like why Vex was removed, why Simp was removed, all this other stuff. Not everything else. A lot of people took that in my response video saying, oh, you're saying you apologized, but you felt like you didn't do anything wrong. You're contradicting yourself. No, I was talking about two different things there, but that got misinterpreted. So I'm sorry to anyone who thought, hey, I'm just trying to get out of this, but then say I'm not trying to do that, guys. I was just a mix-up in the video and all that other stuff. DJ, Space Vader, TJV, go check them out. Proceeds not to link them in the description. There was a lot of videos. I didn't really want to go through the effort on linking every single one. The screenshots I had grabbed a while ago, and as time went on, I grabbed it more and more, and I think the day before I uploaded this, I grabbed one more screenshot of everything. So, I'm sorry that I didn't link them in the description. If that makes things better, I guess I will. I don't know if a link in the description would be any better. But yeah. Chilled Venom versus TJV when I can't wait to see the boxing match. You had a long while to respond. I actually followed you for a long while until you were caught being a hypocrite on the flirting creepy stuff you did when you were denying it. You didn't address the bad behavior you had on Discord, aggressive manipulative stuff you did. I don't really know how to respond to a lot of this stuff right here. Up to the flirty creepy stuff. There was flirting going back and forth between us, and no one ever found it creepy, and if they did, I don't think they would have flirted back with me. and then denying it. I tried to explain that the best that I could. I thought we were talking about general fans randomly, like a random fan in the live chat that, hey, you look cute, whatever, your profile picture looks cute. I wasn't randomly going to do that. These were friends that I've had for a long time, and we were just doing some cringy, flirty messages back and forth. You didn't address the bad behavior you did on your Discord. Like I said, I don't think there was really much bad stuff happening on the Discord. I don't really think flirting with friends or flirting with people that you've known for a long time is an issue, especially if they do it back. But aggressive, I don't know what you're talking about when you say aggressive and manipulate. Don't really know anybody that I've manipulated on my Discord. If anything, it's been the exact opposite. People have been saying that I've, you know, I never, like, they're not ever, no one's ever saying that I manipulated them. If anything, people have been leaving saying that I've been doing this, and that. If I manipulated them, a lot of people would be still here, manipulated, lied to, all this other stuff. You should have addressed that and the issues brought up about you doxing as well. I explained the doxing thing before. Again, it was something where I was like, a lot younger. It happened well over a year ago. About 7-8 months from now, we're going to be going up on the 2 year. It was about a year and a half ago, I would say. It was a couple of extra words that I should have bit my tongue on, and I didn't, so that was it. According to the authorities, I really didn't do anything wrong there, but I'm not saying I didn't, though. I'm saying that I do regret it, and I apologize for saying a couple extra words than what I should have. You definitely did worse than Liz, and definitely made a situation where you're not a reliable person anymore with lies and hypocrisy. Again, that's why you learn from your mistakes and try to do the best that you can. Your content was decent, but after a while now, it's been redundant without any good points when it came to all of this dramas. I haven't really talked too much about this drama, but you tried downplaying all the arguments against you by redirecting a few pointless points and improving receipts to a few claims that were good at faulting the other side. If you're talking about the artist thing, that was just one thing, and there's not really any receipts. It was just screenshots and messages of people blatantly lying and saying, hey, here's one situation of people just blatantly lying, here's another situation of people blatantly lying about the same thing, and here's a third one as well. And it was just me proving a point that, hey, there is something very easy to prove. The other stuff would be pretty easy as well. But your defenses were so shady. Don't know how it was shady, proving that I pay artists for their work and that I clarify with artists. Don't know how that's shady, but okay. And deflective. Maybe deflective towards other points, but not really deflective about what I was actually trying to disprove. At least for the artists, you done that situation right, but Jesus, you lost a lot of respect for dodging. The other shady issues, not admitting the lies and the wrongs you did, they were some you cleared up but not 100%. Please, CJV, if you see this, stop having a social life like Discord. You're obviously not responsible responsible and mature enough to manage it well, especially your weirdness to be obsessive in the past with only females. I know you have a relationship, but you already did the wrong with your history. So again, I don't know where this obsessiveness is coming from. I don't know why it's being claimed as obsessiveness. The flirting went both ways, and there's been several accounts where there's been days where I never flirted with the person at all, but they've constantly flirted with me. It was friends that I had and I flirted with, and they leak DMs and say, hey, he's flirting with me, I'm a fan of his content, and that's all they had to say. They didn't really want to speak about, oh, we were friends for several months first, or hey, for a lot of these messages, we're in a VC trying to make each other laugh and cringe and all this other stuff. There's a little bit more to it. If you still think it's wrong, it's fine. I don't think it's obsessive, though. Obsessive would be if I'm constantly trying to flirt with them and they don't want to flirt with me, or if I was constantly sending the exact same thing over and over again, or if I was trying to get a certain response out of them, or yada, 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 and do all that stuff. I don't really know if that clarifies as being obsessive or not. Well, you've become a mini-like. Congratulations. I'm glad you posted this. Hope you're doing well, Trevor. Like I said, they had their opinions and they had the right to make these videos, but I believe they should have waited because of the holidays. Again, I hope you're doing well. That was a big reason why I waited a long time. I had holidays, a lot of family stuff going on. Again, my apologies that the response video didn't come out sooner. What goes around comes around. TJV, if I can give a tip, when Ohm said, oh, I'll show you the email, but you can't take screenshots, I would have asked him if you could get another set of eyes to see if there's anything wrong with it, because remember, when you did the interview with Ohm, he got scared of Wildcat, so I think you fell for some false evidence. Again, that's talking about a previous situation entirely. Not really looking to talk about that here. TJV, I'm going to make my response by not responding and rather spit a bunch of random talking points that aren't solid talking points. I don't know. It's the second comment from this guy. I don't know if the response video is. Let me know, live chat, if you think that it's been if my response video is not a response and I just spit a bunch of random talking points that aren't solid talking points. Let me know if it was like that, but. I dipped for a few months and this is unraveling shit. Awesome to see this. I hope the response video is as hype as the intro video. Keep it up. This whole video is a whole bunch of nothing. A screen with a white static would have more to offer as a response than this video. TJV Broski, don't listen to him, man. You're doing amazing good on YouTube. Dope new room. Sorry if it's the old room. I didn't know. Yeah, it's the new room technically, but I've been here for the last 3-4 months. Dear TJ, I stopped watching this because of Chilled Venom and Velocity's video, but I really want to emphasize what you did wrong. Like, I want to acknowledge the specific things you wish you'd do differently, because a few things that you didn't acknowledge are still really bad. I am speaking from a place of love, and I think the best way you could go about this is reacting to both Velocity and Chilled Venom's videos and not cutting it up and make yourself look more favorable. I understand that all of our eyes are on you, and that makes it harder, but you weren't accused of anything that evil, so the best thing that you could do is be bare and be transparent to everything everyone had to say. I hope this storm of hate comments you don't allow overall message to be lost, because a lot of people are hating on you, and it just hurts fans who want to see this story end in a genuine apology from you to them. So, who's that guy's name? Joseph. That's a good idea, to just react to the videos and go about that, but again, it would have to be in a way where it makes more sense. There was an idea early on for me to just do a live stream reacting to Velocity's video, for example, and then Zombie Fox's, then Chilled Venom's, and then whoever else's, and then have 2 counters up here, 1 counter saying, hey, this is, or 3 counters, 1 saying, hey, this is completely true, I fucked up, I'm sorry. Hey, this thing is true, but it was misrepresented, I'm still sorry for some of the stuff I did, but they kind of went out of their way to do it, and then boom, this is a lie, and have 3 different counters while watching it, just so you guys have more of an understanding on how much of the video, from my side of things, are true and not true, and what I'm willing, what I am admitting to, and what obviously I'm not going to if it's not true. There was an idea to do that, but am I going to do that? No, because if I went out of my way to do that, then it would just make it look like I'm trying to downplay their videos and do that. And that's kind of what that reminds me of. So if I even did a live stream or a video reacting to their videos, it wouldn't be anything besides me pausing the video and saying, hey, that ain't true, by the way, and then replaying it and going again. You know what I mean? So if you have questions, bring up the questions. Again, a lot of the things that are brought up are either misrepresented or not true, or if they are true, there's more details that they're leaving out. And again, it comes down to, a lot of it's objective too, coming down to, okay, yeah, I flirted with some friends of mine on Discord. Is that a bad thing or is that a good thing? Up to you, I guess, to decide. And call me out, cancel me, dislike my videos, do whatever you want if you think that's a terrible thing that I did. So again, it is what it is. moving on. In my opinion, step away from the drama and focus on your other projects. Yeah, I have a bunch of other projects that I want to work on and a lot of other stuff I want to do. I'm excited to show it for any fans that are here, but if you're not a fan and you're just looking for me to respond to this, then you probably don't really care. 10 out of 10, man. Who cares what people think? Keep doing you. That's all that matters. I appreciate that. People are calling you the new mini lad. Oof. I guess a wonderful response, TJV. A lot of hate in these comments. All regardless, keep doing you, TJV. I enjoy your videos. Amazing response, Lamau. I hope everyone's happy now that TJV has responded to the video you were all impatiently waiting for. At least TJV knows when he's wrong and when to defend himself when he needs to, or when he's right. Doesn't need to say anything else. Not necessarily the case. If you're going to go through doing commentary and doing this all the time and be cocky and do all this stuff, any little mistake you do, you're going to get called out and shamed for, and you can do it two ways. Either one, you can double down on the cockiness and the ego and you being always right and keep defending yourself, which is probably what I was going to do, or you can sit here and take it back and say, okay, did I screw up? This is a real good time to evaluate myself and my content. So, and that's the best thing about TJV. He sees things from both sides and different angles. Not always, but I try to. Whereas all of you headless chickens run around saying this is evidence, this is true, that evidence is false because it helps the guilty, which is clearly to see that all of you don't keep an open mind and try to think of the possibilities. TJV tries his best to move things along. Meanwhile, everyone just assumes the worst and just wants things to end immediately without any clear evidence. If you guys wanted things to end, start using your brain more and think of more possibilities that could either help or change some of the things to shed some light on something missing. Understanding that those videos that try to make TJV look bad definitely shined a bad light on him. But if they were smarter enough, they would have been patient, waiting for the response video to arrive. But instead, you got all those videos. Yes, I understand the mistakes and actions TJV made, but at least out of everyone I've seen, he admits he's wrong and apologizes for it instead of explaining why you were wrong and he was right. He didn't say that there are some things that he could disprove, but it doesn't mean he's out of the clear. He knows that he's made mistakes and he wants to fix that and try to be better. He doesn't want to make the mistakes that everyone else makes ever again in order to set things straight. I don't care what mean things you say to me if you even read this far, which I doubt, but if you did, that's good. It means you're one of those who think but wasted it on an assumption and no evidence. But if you agree with me, thank you. I hope we can help set things straight and move things along. And not only that, but you've made it further than the other guy, so that's a long thing. TJV, I do think there's a difference between what TJV. That's why I stopped doing commentary, honestly. Yeah. So yeah, and then there's a lot of replies. I'm not looking to read all the replies or anything like that. So this was the worst apology than minis. Okay. I'm sorry if I don't really have anything to say about it. I'm reading these comments to show that I'm reading them, but I don't have anything to really say if people want to try to compare it to Mini Ladder or anything like that. I don't care if I find out 5 years from now that I'm wrong for defending you, because then I'll end up learning something, which these people who are against you now aren't. I mean, just look at Cough Cough, Chilled Venom, Cough Cough, because they're doing the same thing they're claiming TJ viewers are doing, just in reverse. Their side just doesn't have enough evidence to support what they say. In my opinion, I've seen all their videos, and it's just not enough. They already got one thing wrong, and all they have are allegations. Right now, those could mean anything. It's just not enough evidence to convince me. I will say no. Him calling out Chilled Venom, I'm not really going to sit here and try to support or do anything like that, but I will sit here and say out of all the things that velocities and all these videos are showing, how much of them really have evidence against a lot of that stuff about me privately? Like all those stuff on my Discord of them saying me mistreating women and me doing this and that. How much of that stuff really has evidence? I mean, yeah, you can call back a couple of my stuff, like a live stream of mine where I did this, or the DMs they showed about the flirting and stuff that happened back and forth. Yeah, sure, but how about all the other things about them, like bringing up my older sister's ex and me mistreating members of my families, especially the females in my family. Me sitting here being upset that I got in an argument with my dad about rent. That was something that was brought up. What do I say to that? What do I say to someone who says, hey, I heard you one time got in an argument with your dad about not paying rent? I don't know where to begin with that. I don't know how to begin with that because I've never gotten in an argument with my dad about paying rent. I never have. So I don't really know where this is coming from. I don't know. DJV, you're definitely not Minnie. The good thing is that you never did anything underage kids, unlike Minnie. Thanks. But yeah, no brings up a good point. A lot of stuff doesn't have evidence either, but it's being ran with, and it is what it is. I don't understand what happened here, but it seems you're doomed. Thank you. Still waiting for an apology for you kicking out of your Discord server. If you got kicked out of my Discord server, you can try to hit me up through my email and let me know where I screwed up. And I'll respond to you. The word is exposed or response is starting to become more common than the or I. Anyone notice that the title should be Lui apology video? Alright. A decent response, but I think you should explain some of more important stuff. Because there are things they accused you of that I think it should be clarified, LOL. This is gonna be fun. And I'm all for little bits of toxicity because beefs come and go. You are better than Omerker. TJV's dad, give me rent. TJV, I'll give you rent when you fix this damn door. Yeah, that's probably the only argument that we had. TJV, I've read some of Chilled Venom's comments. He's literally arguing with people. I thought he was above that. Guess he's not as superior as he claims. I mean, if you look at a lot of stuff, Velocity, Chilled Venom's video, whatever, they go by, they heart comments, they reply to people. I find it best that if people have complaints and stuff like that, you're always going to get that. If you have the time to respond to them like they do, they might. But it is what it is. I'm not looking to start beef with Chilled Venom or Velocity or any of them like that. I mean, I've wanted to talk to Velocity for a long time about his videos, and he's just refused to. So it is what it is. I've talked to Chilled Venom in private before. Seems like it's a back and forth sort of thing where we're cool behind the scenes. Publicly, we're not. I've always tried to treat Chilled Venom with the utmost respect as I possibly can and move on past that, and that's my only goal going forward. TJV, they expect you to prove a negative when they don't have anything to back up any of their claims. Did you shadow ban Chilled Venom? See, that's another thing, Cammy. I'm glad you brought that up. So, Chilled Venom put on his community tab. I think I have a screenshot of it because I knew if this stuff was going to continue, there might be a time where I have to try to defend myself. I think I took it. Yeah, I took a screenshot right here. Let me show you guys this. So, TJV is basically... So basically, TJV is deleting comments, and I got shadow banned from his comment section, LOL. I think he updated this, or delete, I don't know if it's still up or not, but he made this right after my response video came out. I never shadow banned him. I don't shadow ban people unless they're trying to, like, make threats or post, you know, like those pornography links that some bots do, or if they're trying to, like, dox people or break I'll shadow ban people at that point. And I'll delete comments that are like that. But YouTube does a good job on catching comments that are held for review, and I can go select if approve or disapprove if that comment should be posted or not. I looked at my held for review, which I haven't looked at in a long time. A lot of Chilled Venom's comments are there. And that's where his comment was. I never shadow banned him. I never deleted his comment. I've never deleted any comments. They're just being held for review by YouTube, and I don't look at that. If your comment is being held by review, it's usually because you got too many curse words in it, or you're saying a curse word, or you're saying a word that's not allowed, or something like that. But that's about it. I don't really have any words saying, like, you can say the word flirt, Discord, mini lad, Omecker. You can say all those words in my comment section. So if you want to compare me to them, if you want to say that I did this, this, or that, you can say that in my comment sections and it won't be held for review. But if you use curse words, it will be. I don't know why Chilled Venoms was held for review. I think he might have had a curse word in there. Might not have. But that's why it was being brought up. It's not Cami. It's Cami for DBZ. Oh, it's not Cammy? I'm sorry. Okay, you kind of figured I didn't. Yeah, I was just trying to say that I never shadow banned him, but Chilled Venom did kind of prematurely go out of his way to say that I shadow banned him in his comment, or from his comment sections. I deleted comments. I hit him up afterwards and I told him it didn't happen, and he goes, oh, okay. But you still went out of your way to make it seem like I'm this terrible person trying to hide comments and stuff like that, when I've been doing the opposite, trying to have all of you guys comment and let me know what I'm doing wrong so I can address all of that and handle this as professionally and maturely as I possibly can. And it doesn't help when people are saying that I'm deleting or shadow banning them when I'm not. But okay. TJV, my only question is that so many people claim the most craziest things about you. So how is it that everybody is wrong in some way or fashion? Not everyone is wrong. That's the thing. I'm not saying everybody is wrong. I'm just saying a lot of people might be coming at this in the wrong way. If you're coming at me trying to cancel me or do it, I say go ahead, do it. I don't have a problem with that, but it might be the wrong way to come about it. If you're looking to come at me and you want me to improve, and you want me to be better, and you want me to do what is right, that's a good way to come about me. And I don't think necessarily you'd be wrong. Even if you have wrong information, if you come at me trying to help me and be mature about it, we can at least come to an agreement, and I can explain to you what actually is going on, or evidence that I have, and show you that, and we can come to an agreement, and we could be all good with each other. We don't have to associate with each other, but we can be on good terms. So I'm not saying everybody is wrong. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who are coming about this the wrong way, or there are people with wrong information. They might just blindly believe everything that Velocity says. But if you look in Velocity's beginning of Velocity's video, he claims that a lot of this could be hearsay, and that's what a lot of it is. There's a lot of hearsay in there from ex-staff members. So it's just something to take into account, Goblin. I don't think that the best way to go about everything is just to jump at me with a bunch of questions, but to actually try to do a little bit of research about it. Ask me any questions. I mean, you can ask me something that's completely separate, but if it's going to lead to a conclusion about a situation you think I did or didn't do, maybe you'll get something to back it up. Maybe you can go ask their side. Maybe you can go ask Velocity or any of my ex-staff members if you ever encounter them, and talk to them about it and figure out more information from them and get their side of the story. And maybe you can come up with your own conclusion at that point. And then if you feel like sharing it, you can share it. If you don't, you don't. It's no big deal to me. I'm here being open and exposed and vulnerable for anybody, any question to be asked of me. And I'm doing that because I want to be honest and open with you guys. And I don't feel like I really did that much stuff wrong. It's just there are things I know I did wrong. So I want to admit those things and learn from them. But I'm also here to talk about anything else that I have to. TJV, but to me, the issue is it feels like everyone is wrong by how you feel. That doesn't make you look good. No offense. It's just so hard to believe everyone's not right. Well, Goblin, if you heard what I said, not everyone is wrong and not everyone is right. There are some people out there who are right. I mean, there's stuff that Chilled Venom has said that he's in the right about. But does that mean his entire video is he's 100% right? No. Things that I'm saying here, yeah, there's some things that I'm saying that are right, but I'm also admitting where I am wrong. Velocity, he might put a lot of things in his video that are right about me, but there's also some things in there that are wrong. So when people are watching all these videos, Chilled Venom, Zombie Foxes, Velocities, all these different videos, even if they go watch Raccoon Ritz's video where he just shares his opinion on the entire thing, they can get all these different perspectives and be right about some things, but they can also be wrong about some things. So you just got to keep that in mind. Like, we're all trying to discover the truth, but we all might be jumping at each other for the wrong reason sometimes. And that's fine. It's just how things go. TJV, you have no idea what Chilled Venom has been doing behind the scenes. I'm not looking to go into that. I'm sorry. TJV, just wanted to let you know that you are a good YouTuber and I like the vids. Thank you. I appreciate it. At TJV, are the group of people in Velocity's video, are they plotting against you, or did you make a lot of mistakes and some of the points have some accuracies? Or did you make a lot of mistakes and some of the points have some accuracy? I'm not going to say they're plotting against me. I don't know what their goal is. I mean, that could have been a thought I had a while ago. I mean, I definitely believed it before that they had something against me, because a lot of those ex-staff members, they were released over a year ago. It was in 2020 when they were, most of them released, beginning of 2021. And the fact that they're still upset about whatever happened, it begs the question. And trust me, we've heard about this for all throughout 2021, all throughout last year. We heard that they were going to come up with this and that, and they're going around saying this and that to other people. We've heard a lot of stuff, but I'm not here to say they're plotting against me. I have no idea. All I'm saying is that they did say some stuff that are true. There are some things that they said that are true, but some of it begs the question, why is it even being brought up? Is it wrong? Is it right? Now it's down to public opinion on what people think of me because of these things that were private. So like private DMs between me and the person, there's no crime being committed. There's nothing inherently wrong with me sitting here flirting with friends of mine and they're flirting back with me. But now that you expose those DMs, now people are jumping at me about it because I'm the bigger image here. I'm the bigger figure here. I'm the YouTuber here. So now people are coming at me. Oh, you flirted with these people. You said this. You said these. You were being cringy. You were flirting. And I'm like, okay, great. Now I got to explain why I had private DMs with an old friend of mine a long time ago. If their goal is to do something, I wish it was a little more clear. From what I can understand, they were trying to release those DMs because I accused Louis of flirting with fans a while ago. And I said that was wrong to flirt with fans. And then I flirted with friends on Discord, and those are considered fans, so that's why they did it. That's the understanding that I got. I just have a different opinion about it, so it is what it is. I don't know. I'm saying they have points. They have some stuff that are slightly accurate. I'm not here to defend and argue every single point that they're doing. If you have a question about some of it, I'll be honest with you, and I'll say whether I think they're right or wrong about it, or partially right, partially wrong, if they misinterpreted stuff. In my opinion, that's all I can say. Sorry. So basically, no one is right or wrong. There's some stuff that may be over-exaggerated and something in that sense. Yeah, sort of, Sour Patch, if that makes any sense. Do you think you deserve this backlash and the consequences of your fan base turning on you? Rubber Goose, I deserve everything that's coming at me in life. I've set myself up for this. I decided that I wanted to do YouTube and make the videos that I wanted to make. I decided to make the Discord I wanted to make. I deserve every little thing coming at me in life. It's not a matter of what you deserve in life, or do you think you deserve this backlash? It's about how you handle it, and I'm handling it the best way that I can. I'm not concerned about what I deserve and what I don't deserve. I'll get everything that's coming in life towards me. I'll receive it all. It depends on how you take it, though. It depends on how you handle it, how you react, what are your decisions after that. That's what matters. So I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question like you wanted me to, but that's just what I think, and that's what I'm going to do about it. a 14-minute video, I mean, could have been longer, I guess. Bro, you can 173 videos on Ohm stuff, but it took you so long to make this. I'm sorry. Should have stayed as do your own thing YouTuber instead of one of my video blew up. So I got to make this my career YouTuber, and now here we are in the situation where it is completely backfired. I deserve everything that I get in life. It is what it is. Wait, I'm confused. What's the bad thing he's done? Just watch the other videos if you're confused. Can we just go back to getting that boxing match going with you against the drama alert guy, Lamau? Keemstar, yeah, I'm fine with boxing Keemstar still, but he won't do it. TJV, let's be real, shit happens. I'm glad the faults you realize you had. We all have faults. All you can do now is enjoy life with Hannah, baby, and with your friends and family. Thank you, I appreciate that. Does the Vanos crew still like you? With the Louis drama, Delirious drama, and Terrorizer drama, they might hate you. I mean, it is what it is. I've made the decisions that I've made because I thought they were right. I was in contact with some of them, like I've stated before in previous videos, but I was what I was for when I was, and that's it. I'm not hitting them up because I want to go hang out with them. I'm not hitting up Wildcat because I want to go meet them at the car meet. I'm not doing any of that. It is what it is. I still have some of them who follow me. I have some of them still on Discord. I don't talk to them, though. I'm not going to bother them. I'm not in the best spot right now. My image is kind of twisting and turning right now. I'm not going to bother anybody. I'm just going to handle it the best way that I can and move on and try to be mature about it and move on. So, I don't know. I can't really answer that. I still support Miss Vixen, Terrorizer's girlfriend, on Twitch. I'm a member, or I'm a Twitch subscriber. The only reason why I know this is because I know every month I have a $5 thing taken out of my bank account, and it says to Twitch whatever. So I still have a subscription to her Twitch or whatever, where she does live streams and stuff like that. So I'm still supporting her. I know that, but I don't know anything else. TJV, I understand that you're not trying to upset anyone, but people can see it's not much of an answer. I mean, I get that. I mean, this would have all been resolved if I would have made better decisions in the past, though. So that's all I can do is say, hey, I've made decisions in the past that led to where we are now. If I would have never said certain things back then, never made certain videos, if I never would have done any of this or that, things would be different now. So all I can say is, hey, I'm not trying to upset anyone. I'm not trying to piss anyone off. I'm not trying to go after my ex-staff members who are making claims about me. I'm not trying to go after any of the commentators who are buying into a lot of this stuff. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm doing what I can to set the record straight and move forward, and that's it. I'm not looking to fight. I'm not looking to go back and forth. I'm not looking to insult anybody. I know there was a time where I was talking to Chilled Venom, and he made a video insulting me a lot, and he was like, come on, insult me back. It's for entertainment, you know? Let's roast the fuck out of each other. And I'm like, sorry, dude, this is a situation that involves a lot of serious things about me. I'm not going to go around insulting people and trying to make myself look terrible or do anything like that. It's not the way, and I'm not going to disrespect people just because of entertainment. It's not what I do. It is what other people do. I mean, that's Chilled Venom style. People like him for that. People like how ballsy he is to insult people. I mean, he said that I had a Tic Tac in one of his recent videos about me. Go for it and say that I have a Tic Tac. It is what it is. I'm not going to be that type of person. Bruh, a lot of YouTubers went with what made them blow up. That statement is garbage. You ruined your reputation with them, man. That was dumb of you. Alright. Dan Erickson, member for 8 months, level 3 supporter. Hey, hello. Thank you, Dan. Really appreciate it. Been for 8 months. Damn. That's a long time. I watched Delirious, Vanos, Wildcat. No, those guys from my childhood. TJV, I'm really blown away by your humble approach to all these situations. Really proud of you. I respect you a little more than before. Haha, please keep this newfound way of life. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I can't really say anything else about that. I don't want to keep repeating stuff that I've said before. Honestly, TJV, you could have made a better video. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, but I don't believe a damn thing you say. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was right along. Something was wrong with you. Sorry about that. Can someone tell me what this is all about? What happened? Watch Velocity's video. His was the first video out. Has probably the most information. Hey, at least you show your face online, unlike these other guys in the intro. Okay. This was a backhanded apology, lol. This was basically, I'm sorry if you were offended. I didn't do anything. Not true. I said that I have done some horrible things before. The only thing that I think that I'm pretty innocent about is a lot of the actions that I've done in my Discord. I don't think I really did anything wrong in my Discord. On live streams, private calls with people, there's maybe some things that I regret saying or things I regret I doing, but that's it. Geez, TJV, you barely apologize. Funding all this drama to start a clout train. Okay. TJV, are you mad at the Vanos crew? No, not at all. I'm glad that they're having success. I just watched Wildcat's vlog about the car meet. I wish there was more footage of the car meet, but I understand why there wasn't, because there was a lot of illegal activity there, and he doesn't really want to be supported, you know, or he doesn't want to be shown supporting that, but, you know, he probably had a lot of fun there. So, actually, the funny thing about the car meet is, like, a friend of mine, Dakota, he's one of the mods in the chat, he saw that Wildcat was going to go down, or he was having a car meet in a specific location. He posted it on his Instagram, and a couple of my car buddies were talking about we should all drive our cars down there. I mean, it's going to be a long drive, but we should drive our cars down there. And I thought about it, but it was snowing around here, and it ain't smart for me to take my Corvette clear down there, so it wasn't really going to happen. So, but it was an idea that we had. It would have been cool vlogging about it. Do you still want Cam? I'm sorry, Cam. I'm gonna just say that. Do you still want Velocity to make a video saying sorry for some of the false claims and stuff taken out of content? I mean, a lot of the stuff I wished he would have done was reach out to me, but his claim was, oh, well, you never reached out to Louis, and then you called him a pedo and all this other shit, but you never reached out to him to hear his side of the story. So Velocity's good friends with Louis. He was probably doing it because he was upset that I said things about his friend. If Velocity doesn't want to do it, don't do it. I don't really want him to come out and do it. I'd rather him and I we have no really reason to communicate or talk about each other again after this, if this is where it ends. Just to move on. Hopefully he's doing well. I followed him on Instagram for a little bit, so I've seen a little bit about his life. He seems like he has a good life. Hopefully his life's going well. That's all I wish upon him. You built your fan base around Vanos and his friends. It doesn't make sense to attack them and their/your fan base. Do you think you'll ever hit 100K now? I mean, I'm not necessarily going after the fan base or them. It's just, I mean, the thing that you brought up about terrorizing his girlfriend was never brought up. Like, we never talked about it. It was never talked about here. It was something that was brought to me privately to talk about, and that's it. It was a private thing, and that's it. And I never made a video about it. The only members of the Vanos crew I've talked about, or in a bad way, I would say, is Minilad, Ohm, Delirious, and Louis. And there's nothing really else to say about Delirious anymore and the whole Ohm situation. I mean, Ohm's still making public statements, so I might cover that someday, might not. Louis, I'm not looking forward to ever commenting on him or his situation ever again unless there's more information that goes out publicly. Maybe there'll be a comment, but it won't be anything major. And then Mini Lad, again, if anything ever happens. But the main core group, Moo, No Glove, Vanos, Terrorizer, Wildcat, I'm not ever going to speak about them. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, I talked about it. I said what I thought was right in the moment, and it got me to where I was. So, I mean, I have nothing against them. I think I'm on good terms with most of them, but if they have different opinions about me, they have different opinions about me. It's whatever. Do I ever think I'll hit 100K? It might take a while, but it's taken a while for me to get to where I was now. I mean, I created this YouTube channel back in 2015, so it's been 7 years to get to 80K. It wouldn't be a problem if I took 7 years to get to 160K. It would be whatever. I only asked due to the video that Chilled Venom put up from the call you had with him. And what did you say? Do I still want him to say sorry? I don't remember everything that I talked about with Chilled Venom in that call. I recorded that call with Chilled Venom, and he asked for a copy of it, so I sent it to him, and then he uploaded it. I told him not to upload it because there wasn't really any point. My response video wasn't out at the time, and if you upload it now, people are just going to tear it apart before I can even use it in my response video. And he uploaded it anyways, and it was what it was. I don't really expect an apology from anyone. Not even my ex-staff members. If they want to make claims about me, let them. Hopefully their lives go well. That's all I wish upon them. The way I see it is everyone has their own views on the situation, so it is what it is. This is from an outsider perspective, but once things are said, if it's true, it's true. If it's not, it's not. At TJV, will you be making more reaction content? Might be interesting to be a mixed channel like Oompaville. I mean, maybe. I might do reaction. I mean, I'm going to try to do a movie review tomorrow for the new Jackass movie, and then do some more commentary throughout the week, if possible. I'll be doing, there's actually a lot of movies coming out this spring and this summer that I'm looking to do movie reviews for, reactions, vlogs here and there, more commentary, possibly. I might try my hand at gaming, but if I'm only going to get 20 viewers per stream or something like that, it's not worth doing. I'd rather just talk about news going on in the world. Might dabble into a little bit of politics here and there. Stuff that I find interesting, stuff that I like to do, and stuff that other people like. Okay, I don't know. TJV, you seem tired, man. Get some rest and enjoy time with Hannah. Watch some Netflix and watch Gotham or something. You deserve more of a break. I mean, I had about a month break to think about this stuff, so if I take a break now, it's going to be like, oh, yeah, you're just dodging or avoiding or doing whatever, so it's whatever. Alright. Does CJV not know Oompaville? I don't know what the hell that is. I'm sorry. I don't. TJV, totally off topic question. The cross around your neck, I don't think I've ever seen it there before. Are you a Christian? Yeah, I'm a Christian. This I got from my girlfriend Hannah. I've had a lot of I've gotten a lot of different crosses throughout my life. The only reason why I wear it constantly is because, first off, I don't just wear it everywhere. I have to like take it off when I'm getting in the shower or whatever, or if I'm going to go swimming, or if I'm going to be working on something that's going to get really dirty, I take it off, but I always have a reminder to put it back on. And so if you translate a message with a physical object and you have to constantly take it off and put it back on, reminds you of that, and it's a good way to stay in touch with your morals and your beliefs and stuff like that. I'm a very heavy person into having your own belief system and having morals to live by. Maybe it's a favorite quote of yours you want to live by, whatever. Ingrain it into something that you wear, you put on every single day, and I put this on every single day, so it helps remind me of that. So I wear it constantly, and sometimes I keep it tucked in my shirt if I don't really want people asking questions about it, and I forgot to tuck it into my shirt, so sorry about that, Goblin. Sad to see this happen. I just found your channel and I love it. As soon as I became a fan, there are allegations. I'm sorry about that. I'm doing my best to try to clear them up. And then if there's anything that actually did happen, I'm obviously looking to apologize and move on from it. But yeah, it's whatever. Do you think Chilled, Velocity, and Zombie did this for clout? In your opinion, are they bad people? No, I mean, if you look at Velocity, he doesn't really upload content. The last 3 videos he's made has been about me, and they've been spaced apart by months. Velocity, I don't really think's doing this for content. Zombie, I don't really think's doing this for content either. Chilled Venom's looking to become a commentary channel, so there could have been a little bit of a reason why, but I don't really think it's a popularity, dick sizing contest sort of thing. It ain't about that. I have made the point to some people saying if you go look at Chilled Venom's videos, the TJV ones are pretty big recently. I mean, they get into the thousands while some of his others get into the hundreds. But I'm not doing that to say, oh, he's doing this for that. I'm just saying it's successful for him to make videos about me, so I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of his videos have been made because, oh, it would probably be a good video. People want that. People want to watch it, so I'm going to make it. So I don't blame him. Do what you want. I did it before. It's not something that I want to do going forward. I mean, if I make a mini lad video and it gets 100,000 views, I'll be more inclined for me to make another one. But if there's nothing really to talk about, I want to avoid making that. I mean, make a video about someone if you have something to talk about. If you don't, then don't do it. There's not really a point in doing that. And I used to do that, and I used to be very, very, very bad at it. I used to sit here and just make content because it got views, not because necessarily have something. But it is what it is. I don't think they're all bad people. I think Chilled, Zombie, Velocity, everyone else involved, I think they're all good people. They all have... They're all good people. I don't think they're all doing it for the clout, but... I don't know. I don't know their reasonings or their motives to make them. And I don't really care. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch it up on some of the comments. Oompaville is more comedic. He's very fun to watch. Maybe he can make your day brighter. Check him out. I'll have to check him out for sure. I'm not a Christian, but I respect it, TJV. Thank you. All right, let me read through some more comments so I can get through most of them. Well, TJV, you have fallen into your own trap. The one content creator who used to report drama of other people is reporting his own drama. You have fallen, TJV, and you don't even give all the clarification in this video. I am waiting for your videos in the future about your clarification. This video is more like an apology video, but you gotta give clarification because it's like you just scratched the surface only, and you took so long to make this video. Your false allegations on Louis Lizcat's overextending or milking own drama when both parties are quiet, and your own personal dramas have created a very bad reputation for you. You didn't apologize, but you couldn't become a good reporter first. Try building up some habits so people fall in love with you again. Try watching AJ. Maybe you could learn reporting from him. Thanks for the comment. Don't know too much about the Liz and the milking Ohm drama thing. I mean, it has happened before, but I don't know about how much of that would be false rather than just distasteful stuff. But on the Louis thing, but Liz Katz, I mean, I haven't even thought about that stuff in a long time. I don't know. I'll look up AJ and see about that. Nice deleting comments. See, I got this one right after Chilled Venom put out this one. I approved of this comment because this was the comment that got held for review because he has all these. This is why. It wasn't because of a curse word. It's because of all of this right here. He has all of this, the question marks and the exclamation points. That's why it got held for review, because it was probably looked as spam. So when Chilled Venom put out the quote saying that I shadow ban and delete comments, I had this guy pop up and say, hey, you're doing this. So yeah. Beat, cool, I'm in this video. It took him 2 weeks to get this video out, and it still wasn't worth it. I waited 2 or 3 weeks for this. Why, TJBY? I expected more. My turn will be back February 8th, like I said. Garb. What did I miss? I have no idea what I'm doing here, but drama is always fun. Okay, then. Yeah, no. Are you actually being sued by Louis? So there was threats. Rubber Goose is probably still here. I have no idea, but he threatened to sue me and Crow Stream. Again, we handled it privately. I think everything's resolved now, but don't know. Lamau, people either hate you or can't make up their mind about you. Yeah. TJV, is most of this drama more than 6 months, or is some of it recent? It's all 6 months or older. I mean, the maid thing was recently, but there's not many complaints about that. It's all about either old staff drama that happened over a year or a year and a half ago, or about the Louis videos that are well over 6 months ago. I mean, they're about 8, 9, 10 months ago. The mini lad content still gets get thrown at me. I made that over a year ago. Wrecker, most of that content was last year. I haven't even made an Wrecker video this year at all, so that would be been more than 3, 4, 5 months ago old. So it is what it is. What was the threat for? What could he sue you for? Well, I don't really want to get into specifics. There's a reason why I removed my videos about Louis, because I refuse to talk about it and don't really want to have to bring up anything. But when I said some things about him, after reading, I had my own opinion about it. I shared it. Could be classified as defamation, maybe, or harassment or something. He was gonna sue me for that. I don't know. I go watch Crow stream and see if they talk about it more after I left. But after I left, I was going to bed because I had to go to sleep. Had to wake up early the next morning after that. So he did what he did. We handled it privately. We talked, and that's what it was. Where was my comments? Don't know. There are some of his fans supporting him here, even though they didn't realize that his apology was so bad that he just scratched the surface and didn't even explain the dark depths of what he actually did. Now I am actually suspicious that TJV might have put some false claims on Ohm to tarnish his broken image even more to gain views. Like, he overextended the drama. Also, to say to everyone, if you smoke vape like TJV, you might become TJV, so stop vaping. It's not good for health, as I see a lot of patients in my hospital suffer from TJV syndrome by doing vapes. Impractical medicine, you got my girlfriend to laugh. That was pretty funny. Didn't you only review one part? It was just your opinion on that one particular part of the document in regards to the Louis videos. Yeah, I just reviewed one part of the document, and then I never touched upon it for another few months until maybe a few weeks ago. Then I got threatened to be sued by Louis, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, Impractical Medicine, that was funny. Shunning people for vaping, and then apparently I put false claims on Ohm to tarnish his broken image even more to gain views. I'll have to bring that one up with Ohm and see if he thinks that or not. I'm sorry, I should have vaped after I read that comment, but there was my vape. Wait, what's going on? It's been a while since I noticed that TJV is getting all the hate now ever since the drama between Omrecker and Liz Cat's delirious drama. What happened? Can someone explain? Ha ha ha. Why do people wear their hat like that, looking like a 4-year-old? I think I wore it backwards like this. So apparently I look like a 4-year-old when I wear my hat like this, but it is what it is. TJV syndrome. Damn. Yeah. What's poppin', Potsy? How you doing? Here's a comment from my little brother, Austin. People in this comment section that are saying he didn't bring up or mention this or that, shut up. He debunked 2 serious claims made about him in the first 7 minutes of the video. That just shows how easily you are fooled into believing the crap people throw at TJV. Stop believing in clout chasers, enough said. That's my little brother's opinion about the whole thing. I did kind of debunk two things in the first 7 minutes. He ain't really lying about that. Don't know if they're clout chasers, though. And I do believe some people are easily fooled. I don't know how many people were easily fooled. There's probably some comments on this. What are the two serious claims he debunked? That he never paid anyone for the art he used when he has, and that the whole brother-in-law situation he had borrowed music from with permission too, and no money was demanded or asked for like his ex-staff member had claimed. If you need timestamps, I got you on the timestamps. That would be helpful. Thank you. What about the claims made on that he doxed an ex-moderator, flirted with fans, yet he doesn't do that? Sent a rope as a Christmas gift to a mod who had suicidal thoughts. All sources from Velocity's video. You see, now people are just running with that, saying that I sent rope as a Christmas gift to a suicidal person. Damn. That fucking sucks. I'll read what Austin, my little brother, had to say to that. Second, what took you so long with the Google Doc? Doesn't that doc contain pedo allegations too? It would be important to read it fully. No. Yeah, I was the Google Doc was broken up into parts, and I've seen a lot of people cover the entire document. I thought it would be interesting to make a series like talking about each individual part, what I had a problem with, what I didn't have a problem with, what I thought was right, what I thought was wrong, what I thought was true, what I thought was false. My opinion might have changed as I went along, because I heard more of that Google Doc has been obviously fake and horrible and trash and all this other stuff or whatever. And I never got around to reading it and understanding it in full. And I only got to read one part of it and shared my opinion on it and kept getting asked about it. So I kept sharing it, and it came into where I had, this is what TJV did definitively believes, and this is what other people do. So pick your side. Are you TJV side, or are you Crow Judgment side, or whatever? And never really got to read all of it the way I wanted to, and I think that's what started Velocity on making videos about me, I believe. Not 100% on that, but it is what it is. And yeah. Why bring up those claims to me? I have never mentioned those, nor do I care about those claims. All I said was listen to the first 7 minutes of the video, and you can clearly debunk two of the many claims thrown at him with solid evidence. He did an interview with two people who were in two of the claims, and they both prove the claims to be false. Now, the Christmas rope claim, I lived with Trevor while he made the Discord, got the staff members, and I got to watch him wrap every single gift for Christmas that he sent to his staff member, and there was no rope that was sent at all. I would know because I helped him wrap all the gifts. Well, it was him and my mom. I don't think Austin was there to see the little catch a predator kit, but there was a small rope and a knife in there, but it was never meant to be sent as something for suicide. He never told me he had mental problems. He never told me he was depressed. He never told me he was suicidal. Again, I believe it was probably made up to make me sound worse, but do not know for certain. In the first 7 minutes of the video, go watch and you'll see he does 2 interviews with his ex-brother-in-law and a person he paid for art that claims are for the interviews. Okay, it all just word against word. Yeah, I wanted to have them answered because they were all pretty big points. I did not want to drag you into it, though. Sorry about that. Saying, no, you're all good. Okay, they're all good. I thought it was going to be a big fight or something like that, but turns out it wasn't. Let me read some of these. That rope one is rough. Hopefully it gets cleared up. The only way it would get cleared up, your back brace, nice username by the way, the only way it would be clear up is if the guy who I sent it to reveals the card and the entire gifts. Like if he has all the gifts and he has the card, if he opens it up. Now, could he have gotten rid of it? Sure, but I think I said something in the card about it, and if he shows everything that he got with it, if he just shows that, hey, I got only the rope and only the knife, he's lying. There's other staff members who were there when he opened up the gifts. He has more in there than just that. And if he shows the box where I wrote how to catch a predator kit right on the box, then he would know what it's about, and if he shows that, then it clears it up. So show the card, show the evidence, show that that's the only thing that you got. Show that that's why I sent it for. But it wasn't. It was a gag gift. It was a gift of a box on how to catch a predator, how to catch a pedo, and I threw random stuff in there from a survival kit, making it a dark humored funny joke, and Simp thought it was funny. He opened it up in a VC. He had his camera on. He opened it up. We were all laughing. I was excited to see him open up the gifts. Other staff members were there. I don't know what staff members were there. It was some of the older staff members, maybe Smurfa, potentially Potsy, maybe Dino and Pork were there. I don't know. I don't remember everyone who was in the call at the time, but if I ask around, maybe somebody will say, "Oh, I remember that." Then they were probably there for it. But there was a lot of staff members in the call when they saw him open it up. So that's what the whole rope and knife thing is. It's not anything else. I feel like people are taking anything and believing it instantly. It happens. TJV, will you post more frequently, or will you continue to be a drama channel? Reacting to TikToks might get some backlash, but it could be a good change. Don't sue me if it fails. I'm going to react to a lot of different stuff. I didn't mean to react to the TikToks just to become one of those people who reacts to TikToks, but it was a compilation that was sent to me, and I was like, hey, I can make a quick video out of this. It won't take too much of my time. I can still work on my response video while uploading this. I want to do it again, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if I am going to be doing it more or not. TJV, do you have some sort of proof, like an order confirmation that might help? Yeah, I do. I have receipts of me sending it, the gift. I have receipts of me sending it to him, the package to him. Don't know what that would do, because that would confirm I sent something to him, but I don't have receipts of every little thing. I have, let me just think for a second. I didn't send, I don't know, I'm trying to think what I would have. I don't have anything. Again, everything's on the card. Everything that I sent to him is proof. I never took a picture of all the stuff. I should have. That would have helped me right now. If I just showed a picture of it, it'd be proven a lie, and you could obviously see the intent if he was trying to lie about it. But I never took a picture of any of that stuff. It was all meant for them just to receive and them to open it in front of us, and we were all going to laugh about it. I sent them all a picture, like a little rubber ducky. I sent them all a Bob Ross energy drink. Sent them all a chocolate bar that's in the shape of $1 million. I sent them all a lot of, just a little bit of everything in every box to all the staff members who wanted a gift. And I sent them all out. Cost a lot of money, and sent it all, and yeah. I don't know what else I could have. TJV, according to what I heard, has said he doesn't have the box and cards and stuff anymore. Well, that would be the only thing that would prove it. I don't know. It was a card that I signed and I wrote stuff on it. I don't know if he has it or not. He should. But that would disprove a lot of stuff. I'm trying to think if I had a receipt for a lot of stuff. I might have the receipt for some of this stuff. It would be one of the envelopes down here where I throw all those in there. I don't know if I do. Those are tickets. Yeah, I don't know if I have everything, but I'll have to look through my stuff. I don't think I will have receipts. I might have old... Let me think. Because I just picked them up as a small little gag gift at a store somewhere. I'm thinking if I had any bank receipts of everything that I bought for him. But even if I show those receipts, anyone could sit here and say, oh, well, you didn't send that to him. But yeah, there's nothing I can show on my end. If he just shows everything that he has, then that would be one thing. If he got rid of it all, then he got rid of it all. I sent him it Christmas of 2020. That's when I sent it. Christmas of 2020, 2021 in January, he left the Discord server pissed off at me. I don't know what he did with it in the last year, but that's what happened. The only other thing I could do is show you witnesses, people who were there. So I don't know who was there. I don't know if Ponzi remembers it, other staff members opening up gifts who might have been there. There are some staff members who know. I mean, I don't know if anyone does, but people remember when Jello was opening up gifts. People know all that. I think I might have a recording of one of the staff members opening up a gift because they said I could record it, but I'm not going to show that if they don't want to. That would show what I got that staff member, and a lot of that stuff that I got them would also be in Simp's Christmas box too. But I think that's all I got. I'm really trying, though. Again, I'm not going to do it, but I'm trying to think if I did have anything, that would be what I would have. God damn. We live in a culture that doesn't care about facts. There are no critical thinking nowadays, so I just wouldn't worry about the drama. Why did you say that this drama could be ignored, that it would all blow over? Were you being petty, you think? No, I don't think I was being petty. I think I was pointing out, like, this drama is so little that it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, that I could have just kept making content and it probably wouldn't have mattered. That's probably just the line of thinking I had at the time. I still believe that to be true, though, and I'm not saying it to be a dick or to say anything like that. I just think this drama is very low. I'm literally being criticized of very minor sort of things. There's nothing illegal that I did. There's nothing that I did that broke any of the terms of service anywhere. There's a lot of this stuff comes down to people's personal opinions, whether or not I'm a dickhead or if I'm being a hypocrite or if things are being interpreted one way or the other. I think that's what we're talking about. So that's kind of why I said it at the time. I don't think I was being petty, but again, if you thought I was, you thought I was. He said claim, really his choice to show too if he can, right? He could easily just get a new box of stuff just to make it look like you did the bad thing. I mean, he could. TJV, have you ever watched Arcane? If not, it's a Netflix series, and you could make a YouTube video about it. It's a really good series. I'll have to check it out. TJV, react content gets views. You can watch movies / TV shows and cut some of it for free use law. I might have to sometime. That'd be cool. It is messed up if he is using this gift as a revenge thing. Well, I'm not... He is. I'm not trying to sit here and make him seem terrible or anything like that, but if he brought up the accusation that I sent it towards him, I have every right to say what it is, what I think it is, and he is. He's using it as a revenge thing. He knows what I sent him. I sent him Irish bottle openers, too, because he's Irish. I did it as a dark humor joke. That's what we did. We said dark humor jokes to each other all the time. I sent him a Chris Hansen How to Catch a Pedo kit. I sent him that. It had a rope and a knife in it. It was all a dark humor joke. I sent him a rubber ducky. I sent him a card with a very heartfelt message saying thank you for everything that you've done for me, for being there for me. Fall of 2020, in the summer of 2020, I lost a lot of friends. My girlfriend broke up with me at that time. There was a lot of crap that went down with my friends. A lot of my friends sided with my ex. I lost a lot of friends in my actual IRL life. I lost a lot of people, and when I created my Discord fall of 2020, I met a lot of these people, and Simp was one of the closest people to me, and me and him became really good friends, and I expressed everything about my personal life to him, because I thought it was safe to do that. I thought it was safe. What are these guys gonna do? They know me, online. They don't know my personal life. They ain't gonna tell anybody in my personal life I'm safe. Well, little did I know, they're gonna use everything about me to expose me on the internet if I ever got big, and I did. I blew up. I blew up with them, because a lot of them, they met me before I was big, or I wasn't as big. So when I lost all my friends, I got really attached to a lot of them. I got really close and became friends with a lot of them, and I sent them a lot of heartfelt stuff and a heartfelt message and everything, and man, it just fucking sucks, man. And I don't think I can find his Discord. I would say maybe there's a message between us there, but I don't remember. if there would be a message there or something like that. I don't know. TJV makes me pick where to eat when I tell him to pick. What a hypocrite, just playing guys and girls. Really, Hannah? Love you too. Zombie had a clip where you said that you don't give a fuck about credibility. What's the context behind that? There was a stream that I had where I know that clip's been played over a lot. It was a stream that I had, and I had an opinion about fuck credibility. There's context before and after that. That's never shown. But what I believe the context is that one thing that it could be, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at that stream and where they pulled it from. One thing it could be is that, hey, I'm just sharing my opinion on this. I'm reacting to something and I'm sharing my opinion. People say, how can you be so credible during this? And I said, hey, fuck credibility. I'm sharing my goddamn opinion. Has nothing to do about credibility. I'm reacting to this and I'm sharing my opinion. Do I think this person's right? Do I think this person's wrong? Where does credibility play a part in any of that? Fuck credibility. I think that's what I was saying. It was later clipped out of context to say that I said it about everybody. There was another time where I said fuck credibility in terms of commentary channels because I was so tired of people sitting here saying that this person's credibility is going down, this person's credibility is going up, your credibility is kind of wherever. And I said fuck credibility. It's not all about just being credible. There's a lot of people that aren't credible that are big YouTubers right now, but they do commentary stuff. And we all know it. But the reason why they do is because they're able to get big because of this reason, this reason, this reason. It's not just all about credibility. Again, it was something clipped out of context, something that I exaggerated for stream. It wasn't a blanket statement about everything. So I think that's what that was about. But again, another thing used against me, but it's whatever. People do it. Yeah, Damien just put there, if you watch the stream, the context is there, yeah. What context? Not a single YouTuber would state something so stupid. Career suicide. Just shows us now. I can link it. Yeah, just tell me what stream it is. Because I've said it on multiple accounts. I think that's what I was talking about there. Again, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I just seen that a lot of it was brought up. Yeah, just let me know what the stream was called. Or maybe I can find it in Zombie Fox's video. Fuck credibility. Is this it?
And I don't like to call a man a liar because he could be telling the truth at some time.
No, it's not that. 1 second, guys. I'll try to find it. Oh, it is this right here.
Fine, I guess. I don't really give a shit. A lot of people...
Oh, it's right here. What stream was that? Shaggy hair and a white t-shirt I was wearing. So let's look at that. When was my hair longer? It might have been one of these. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, chill out on Velocity. If you don't know what he said, he just put liar in the chat. I don't know what he was referring to, though, so it's fine. What was I talking about? What stream was that? I think it was about Olmrecker at some point. What Olmrecker stream would it have been? Would have been a time where I had my long hair and a white t-shirt. So literally any of these videos from 8 months ago. God, I made some cringy videos back then. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find this video. Maybe this video?
What?
Nope, not that one. Not that one, not that one. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Oh, found it, I think. Okay, so it's during this stream at some point. And then right here is where it happens, where I'm having 1170 views. Same background, same everything pulled up. Accuses me, yep, in a parody video. Want to try to avoid looking at certain parts of this.
Live stream chat, whatever.
13604. Okay, thank you for the timestamp. So yeah, I would have been way off. Is that right when I said that?
Ohm is dealing with it, and they're dealing with it behind the scenes. I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. Hello, Velocity HD. Since you're in the chat and we're already talking about controversial things, do you ever want to come on and do a live chat at all? I'd love to have your opinion on a lot of this. And I'm waiting for part 2 too. You said this was one of many TJV videos coming out. I'm waiting for another one. I loved your first one. I laughed at it. It was really good. I liked it. Did you want to come on though? I DM'd you on Twitter. You never messaged me back though. So I was just wondering while you're in the chat, Velocity HD. I saw you commented. I only see that one. So yeah, just let me know if you ever want to come on. I think you have what it takes to be a good commentary channel talking about me, and I'm waiting for another one to come out. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
Very
in due time.
Very cocky and smug I was back then. Is this where I said it, though? Where I said the whole fuck credibility thing, though? I'm looking for the context for that.
Alright, sounds good. I can't wait for another video. But if you want me to say anything, give me a script. I can pre-record some stuff for you, Velocity HD. Anything you want, I got you covered. You can make me seem as bad as as bad as you want, like you did the first one. The first one was great. Well, if you haven't seen though, there's a great video Velocity HD put out. It was a funny video. He tries to make me look terrible and that I'm like this, weird freak dating a victim of a situation and all this stuff, and that I'm not a credible source, and I'm swearing and cursing at some random person in my chat. He makes me.
That's where the credible thing does.
Awesome, I love it. So if he wants me to sit here and act more like a dick, maybe respond to him. If you want to start you want me to start a feud with someone in the chat, I can start a feud with Vandalism. Fuck that guy, I hate him. I can do that, and Velocity can grab that, put it in his video. TJV's a dick. Be great. Or you could just come on, we could chat, whatever, right? He wanted to cancel me. He wanted to show that I had no credibility, which is fine, I guess. I don't really give a shit. A lot of people, That's one thing I never understood is why commentary channels are fucking so spewed on the fucking credibility. Like, they think that every video they put out, they go up +1 point on the credibility scale and all this shit. Most commentary channels out there aren't even looking for credibility. They're giving their own opinions about it. What is credible about giving your own opinion? Is that 100%?
So exactly like what I said, I was talking about if you give your own opinion on a matter and stuff like that, you're not really talking in terms of credibility at all. I mean, you can be a credible source, like if you end up commentating on false information and passing it off to be true or something like that, you're not that credible at all. But if you're just giving your opinion on a public situation, a document, a article, anything like that, you're not really changing your credibility. Credibility at that point really does not matter. You're really just reacting and reviewing about a situation or something that you're reviewing, and that's it. So let me look up the definition of credibility real quick. Able to believe, convincing, capable of persuading people that something will happen or be successful. So giving your opinion really does not matter on that. I mean, if your opinion is going to be altering on how you are conducting things and how you are presenting things on your channel and stuff like that, that's more what I was talking about. At that point, I literally brought up the whole opinion thing right there. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else to say about that, but that's sort of what I was referring to there in the moment. Was I very smug about it, and was I very confident about it? Yeah, for sure. So basically, Velocity hasn't changed. He just hates that your channel is bigger than his, and he wants to see you fail. No, I'm not. I don't think that. I'm not going to accuse Velocity of that at all. It's just that's what I was referring to there. I was talking about opinions there. Just play the entire clip. Elaborate afterwards, please. Alrighty.
I sat here clear as day. I said I didn't know if these are true, and I don't know if these are false, and I'm not making a definitive statement if it is true or false. I don't.
Damn.
Oh, that's zombie foxes.
Is that credible, or is it that not credible at all? In my opinion, if you're going to give your opinion online, you shouldn't even be talking about credibility. Fuck credibility. It doesn't mean shit. I mean, the one serious video I did where I barely gave any of my opinions was the recent OMDM video. I sat here and clear as day, I said I didn't know if these are true, and I don't know if these are false, and I'm not making a definitive statement if it is true or false. I don't think there's much credibility in it besides me showing you the email and showing you that I got these and then talking about it and discussing what my opinion is. But credibility is such a big fucking deal to some of these commentary channels. I don't give a fuck about that, dude. I'm here to talk about shit. I don't really care about all this small credibility stuff. If we're gonna talk about something, let's talk about it. You know, if you want to sit here and discuss how credible my channel is, go for it. If you decide my channel has zero credibility and you want to unsubscribe, bye-bye. Nice seeing you. I'll see you on the flip side. But if you want to sit here and not give a shit about credibility or think that I have 100% credibility and you want to stay here, I don't care. Just credibility doesn't mean shit to me right now because I'm just speaking my opinion. My videos are now to the point where I just want to publish when I want to publish and be cool. I don't want to spread around lies, obviously. I don't want to sit here and spread around fake stories. I want to be able to, if something's clearly fake and I want to make a video about it, I want to address this could be fake.
Alright, you say interesting take, Velocity. The only thing that I was trying to say there, and again, I'm not trying to debate this at all, but if you want to talk about this right here, me saying the words like fuck credibility and stuff like that obviously doesn't sound good when taken out of context. Here I'm saying people are too fixated on trying to build their credibility and stuff like that, when a lot of this is, hey, you have something that comes out about a YouTuber, a celebrity, something like that, you go out and you give your opinion, but then later on you want to be fixated on credibility. That's kind of dumb. You shouldn't be fixated on credibility if you're going to be mixing your own opinion and sitting here saying, well, I don't like this person because of this, this, and that, when you're just fixated on giving your opinion and stuff like that, and also wanting to be fixated on giving credibility and stuff like that. That's what all it was meant for there. I'm talking about opinion over credibility. If you want to report stuff, make sure you're credible every single time you're reporting on stuff. If you're going to sit here and give your opinion, be more of a personality, sit here and just talk about something like that, credibility really doesn't play as big of a part or any part in there at all. And that's all I was trying to be. People can be credible but relay false information. On the other hand, non-credible people can relay the truth. Not everything is black and white. I believe so too. I'm not sitting here trying to excuse this. I think I was very smug and I was saying things that I that I necessarily would have rewarded nowadays. There's a lot of things here I would have rewarded very differently. I definitely wouldn't have sat here and said just fuck credibility, fuck credibility. But I don't think I was lying earlier. I don't think you calling me a liar necessarily is true. From what I remember, I was talking about opinions over credibility and people who are, trying to be more personalities and give their opinion and say, hey, I think this is wrong for this person to sit here and do this, this, and that. If you're reacting or reviewing to something, whatever you're reacting or reviewing to, that's the credible source you're pulling from. That's the person that's fixated on being credible and passing around that information. You are simply just sharing it with your own channel, your own platform, reacting or reviewing to it, and that's all it is. That's all I think it is. Does that make sense by any means? Credibility matters. You handle serious allegations. Be credible. You haven't been. Look at what you and Louis are going through because of your irresponsible actions. Yeah, I've made some I've had some very irresponsible actions and some stuff I definitely regret. But whatever happened between me and Louis was handled and it's resolved at this point. I do think people being credible for sure, yeah. But if I'm sitting here giving my opinion on the latest Packers game, I don't really think that credibility plays as big of a part into it. I think when a lot of these serious allegations were going on and I'm reading basic tweets, I don't think the credibility really matters because the credible source that I'm reading from would be a Twitter account, Omrecker, tweeting out about this stuff. And that's kind of what I was referring to. Back then, again, I made some very blunt choice of words that wouldn't line up with what I say now. And I'm not saying that I agree with every single thing I say there, but I do agree that I was only just referring to the opinions over credibility at that point. That's the only thing that was really being talked about. Or at least that's what I can see I was trying to do. If you're making videos on your own opinion, credibility is thrown out the window unless you're absolutely sure your opinion is law. See? Like, I don't think people's opinions are law. I don't think people's opinions are that. But if they want to be able to share their opinion, just make sure that you pull from credible sources. That is you being credible to a point, but that credibility isn't on you. If you're reacting to something that just clearly isn't true, doesn't have any credibility, it also tarnishes you because you didn't have any credibility in that situation. But if I'm reading tweets from Omrecker's Twitter, there's nothing more or less credible about that. You're reading direct quotes from somebody, and that's that, you know? So if Velocity, if I'm reading your comment now, am I being credible by reading from a credible source, which is your YouTube channel in a live chat? Is that making me more credible? Like that's what I'm talking about, being fixated on every little credible thing. That's what I was probably going on a rant about in this YouTube video. And when I watched your video of Velocity, that's kind of what my opinion was, and what I thought was being fixated on was every little thing that I was referring to was credible, not credible, etc., etc. Again, very choice words I had at the time, and I'm saying that the situation I had with Louis was something that obviously was a regrettable choice, but me going on this rant about fuck credibility was not talking at all about everything that I cover on my channel. I wasn't trying to sit here and refer to, oh, my viewpoint is fuck credibility. I in the moment I was there talking about opinions and stuff like that. It's just there was a huge over exaggeration about what I was talking about there. I also had 1,200 people watching me at the time, so Velocity, ain't you the person who didn't reach out to TJV? It's fine, don't worry about it. He's only human, bro. People make mistakes. TJV has been very credible in the past for different situations. Stop cherry picking and just try to make a point. TJV was being petty. You can't say that credibility doesn't matter, my guy. Well, it does, Rubber Goose. I'm not trying to say it doesn't matter in all situations. I'm just saying in some situations, credibility really doesn't matter. I mean, does your local Twitch streamer or your TikToker dancing, does credibility matter at that point? It really doesn't. It really does. Credible source. There has to be credible sources, especially if you're reporting stuff. And if you're a commentary channel, yes, credibility does matter. I was talking about some commentary channels who are so fixated on the credibility rather than just giving their own opinion on certain situations can go a lot farther of a way than being fixated on credibility. That's all I was trying to make the argument for. Again, if it's a hot take and if you disagree with it, let's just agree to disagree and let's move on. I'm not trying to be too fixated on talking about this. If you have all these problems with TJV, why don't you try to talk to him offline rather than try to do it in the public eye? It makes no sense to harass him on stream. I don't think he was trying to harass me. I don't know what he was trying to do, but I don't think he was trying to harass me. I'm gonna dip TJV. Hope you have a good night, man. I'm gonna play some Valheim. Much care to else. Thank you, man. It was reckless, and those YouTubers will always use that against you. Okay. Mistake I made a while ago. If people want to use that against me, that's the situation I got myself into. I said the words that I said before. I'm not trying to take away from that. I'm just trying to give my best explanation to what I think I was trying to do at the moment. And I think this stream, what I was trying to say there at that moment was when credibility was being brought up and all this other stuff. I think I was just trying to find a reason why I didn't really care too much about people making the whole credibility statement accusation against me, saying, oh, you're not credible, TJV. I was trying to be like, well, guess what? I don't really give a fuck. I'm here to give my opinion. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck credibility. I think that's what I was trying to say at the time was, hey, that's not what I'm trying to go for right now. I'm not trying to sit here and say, oh, look it, I'm so credible. I can report from all of this and this and that and yada, yada, yada. I think that's what I was doing at the time. Whether that was a good or bad thing, up to public opinion, but that's kind of what I was going for at the time. TJV, are you wanting to become a successful YouTuber, or is it strictly drama content in short term? I don't know. Undecided, I guess. Credibility doesn't matter when it comes to opinions. TJV, have you ever played Destiny? I have played it back before Taken King, then took a hiatus and recently came back. I'm loving it right now. I have not played that. It's a situation from the past. He is learning from his mistakes, and he made it in the past and working on how to grow in the future. We all are human after all. Let's just agree to disagree. I agree. Again, it was just something that happened a while ago, and I think I was trying to make that statement at the time. Whether it came across as something that I really feel or if it was whatever, that's what it was. Hopefully I watched enough of the clip velocity that you wanted me to. Hopefully I'm not leaving anything out, but just let me know. I'll leave the tab open. Alright, got a couple more comments. So you've made some mistakes, so the F what? That's totally a human thing. People came here for the drama alerts and H2O and Ohm and your channel exploded. Now someone made videos about you and they switch over. Hypocrites themselves. I don't know what's going on and I don't care, but hey, you've explained it and said sorry to everyone here right now. You can keep saying sorry though. Life is life and you gotta move forward. If people want to chill in the past and criticize you over those things, fine, let them. I hope this does change your perspective on how to do better next time. We are just humans. We make mistakes. It happens. This is just a circle, man. You criticize people. Now someone does that to you and someone else is going after the other guy and so on. We can all do that as a people's person. I love you for who you are. No homo, haha. And just want to give you one big broski hug. That's it. Basically, we all need some more love, not hate. There's enough depression in the world already. Cheers. I appreciate the comment. I kind of agree with pretty much everything, saying that, mistakes are mistakes. Criticizing in the past, I don't really blame people for criticizing people in the past though, because people do it all the time. It's whatever. I'm always gonna get criticism about things that I've done in the past, and you got options. Either you want to constantly defend yourself your entire life, or you want to sit here and say, hey, it was a mistake and move on. I think I've been doing a bit of both. I mean, if things I still believe in, I'll defend myself. For example, I don't think I was saying fuck credibility to everything there. I don't think I was saying fuck, like that's my stance on everything, fuck credibility. I mean, you can see here in the chat, if I can go up and find where Velocity said it, he said interesting take, ... as in that's my main take. He goes, credibility matters. You handled serious allegations, be credible. You haven't been. Look at what you and Lui are going through of your irresponsible actions. Well, to say that I haven't been credible, as in like I don't have evidence to back up some of the claims from some of the ex-staff members in your videos and stuff like that, that's sort of just a very one-sided view, Velocity. There are things that I have been credible on, and if you were to admit that, then that would at least give you a little bit of a leeway, being like, okay, at least you can see what I'm trying to do. At least you can see what I have been credible with, instead of just saying, oh, you haven't been credible. You have a hot take that fuck credibility. That's not what I was trying to go for there, and I'm trying to explain that the best I can. If you don't want to believe me, don't believe me, fine, but that's what I'm talking about, is that even some of the most simple people can try to sit here and understand, okay, I don't think he was trying to say fuck credibility for his entire channel, and that's what he's been believing ever since he's created his channel, you know what I mean? So what did he say? Even though it's from the past, TJV doesn't have much of a future. I'm a Vanoss fan, and I discovered TJV from their drama. He should have ever attacked the Vanoss crew. I've never really attacked the entire Vanoss crew, so I don't know what you're talking about there. I've never really attacked anyone, I wouldn't say. I just think I made some videos about certain members of the crew. Goose, how did he attack the Vanoss crew? Also, if I think he has no future, then that is your opinion on the matter. TJV, is your channel monetized? Yes, it is. People are acting as if they're going to destroy you, Lamau. It's whatever. Alright. Vandalism is the best vandalism, enough said. And then, what the fuck, people make content to make friends and flirt to. Such hypocrisy and unrealistic to how actual humans live and grow and meet each other. Are their kids you're fighting with? People have gotten married at their jobs. This is all very dumb, and they sound immature for that one. Okay, look, I knew nothing about these crimes, but that intro in confusion, I felt they made it seem like you killed someone or are worded all over town. That guy with the lists was just awful to listen to. All right, so back to the live streams. I cannot believe this actually happened, but whatever. I didn't know about it any fucking way. Any fucking way. Whatever. All right, so I think that last comment's kind of referring, the top part of it at least is saying that people flirt, people make friends. It's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I think what people were fixated on, though, was I said Lui shouldn't flirt with fans. I don't think any big YouTuber should flirt with fans. And the fact that I flirted with staff members who I thought were friends on my Discord, but they didn't think we were friends. They just thought they were fans that spent hours with me in a VC for several months and got to know me and my family, and I sent a lot of them Christmas gifts, but no, they're just fans. Don't worry, they're not friends. And we had flirty messages, cringy flirty messages back and forth, so that was something. So yeah, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. As long as you guys have been friends, you guys have been talking a while, that's one thing. I think that if a content creator is obviously trying to use his status and how big he is to flirt with people, I think that is wrong still, to this day. Which that's why I brought it up about Lui when I said I had a problem with it. I think your opinion on the Dr. Phil video was much like mine. You should post more of those types of videos until new drama starts. I have plans to do that. I'll have to see what I can do. Dr. Phil, girl, where did he come from? I made a video about Dr. Phil recently. Blonded. I'm not going to say that last part. I just realized what your new username is. Not trying to be rude. I just see the negative reaction from his audience, and his views are down too. I mean, my views have been fine, actually. I went down in subscribers when the Velocity video and all those other videos were made about me. I went down to like 82.1 subscribers, and now I went back up to 82.5, and now I'm at 82.4. Subscribers have been going up and down. Views are fine, honestly. Few thousand views per video. I personally don't have a problem. I mean, yeah, I used to get 30,000 views per video, but again, there's not really any hot drama going on right now that I'm covering, so I don't expect there to be a lot of views. It's just a normal amount of views that I normally get. If you want to say that it's bad views, I mean, I guess it is what it is. So any last questions you guys have? I think after this live stream, I'm gonna kind of call it done talking about this drama, unless there's something else pops up where it gives me another opportunity. There are a couple people who are hitting me up to ask me to be part of their live streams where they ask me questions. I might be over there, so I might share something if I want to be part of a live stream where they ask me questions about the situation, but I don't think I'll ask many or I'll talk about it much over here anymore unless I see a good opportunity to do so, and I will give you guys updates if I do. Is there any final questions, though, at all? You guys can comment on this video, but also you can reach out to this email right here. I will still reply back to this email if you have any questions, any problems that you have with me. I've reached out to people and had very respectful, civil, mature conversations back and forth with a lot of people trying to resolve that. So I'm probably going to try to move on from this drama as best I can. I'm going to try to put out a review for the new Jackass movie. I saw that like a day or two ago, so I wanted to put it out yesterday, but had to run to the hospital, so that didn't really happen. So if there's any other questions, ask questions. I probably have another 5-10 minutes, but if not, I might log off. So good for you. Be done with the drama. Just push forward. Try my best. Thank you. If you're looking for any long-term channel ideas, Oompaville and Cinnamon Toast Ken are good bases. All right. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Would you start streaming on Twitch ever? No, I think I have once before. Did not like it at all. YouTube's definitely more of my style, and that's like what I prefer. If TJV wants to make more content, I highly suggest him starting his own gaming series. That's what I got told by a lot of people. I've even got told by some bigger YouTubers, like, hey, if you're ever looking to get out of the fucking drama shit, gaming, I recommend. Some bigger YouTubers have told me that. Nah, I'm sorry. I don't know if I can be a gamer. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, yes, I would love to play games for fucking shit ton of money every day. That would be fucking great, I guess. But I don't know if I want to go through that long journey of getting there and doing that. I mean, I feel like there's a different avenue that I can do. I can just be... I'd rather be like a Logan Paul vlogging type of YouTuber. You know what I mean? That does a bunch of crazy shit every single day. What's that one YouTuber... Danny Duncan. I'd like to be like Danny Duncan vlogger, you know, shit like that. Do some crazy fucking shit. I mean, I'd much rather do that over gaming if I did do it, but it is what it is. Careful about the Dr. Phil videos. Sony will copyright strike it in a heartbeat. They own a lot of the sounds you use. Cinnamon Toast Ken has expressed that issue with making videos on them. Well, I made mine recently, and I don't think there was any sort of copyright claim on it. It's monetized and everything, so I think it's all right. So, visit haunted houses. Well, when October comes around, I wouldn't mind doing that. So, we need to make another Minecraft video. Yes, we do. Yikes, that would be fun. Get another server going. Get another realm going. TJV, don't go towards the whole Jake/Logan Paul type vlogger. I actually started to do that last summer, I think. I did a little bit of that. I flipped a couch onto my brother for a vlog. That was the closest I've ever gotten to be. And I skated down some stairs with a piece of wood. I think that's the closest I've gotten to being a Jake Paul, Logan Paul type vlogger. Because I was watching a lot of Logan Paul vlogs then, because he uploaded a lot of vlogs during COVID, and I actually liked them. I thought they were funny, and I thought, I can do this with my friends. So I did that with my brother, and I flipped a couch onto him and everything, and uploaded it and all. It's all a vlog on my channel. Interesting take, ... That can be a meme now. Interesting take. Dot dot dot. You could do food reviews. Yeah, I could. Please no Paul type stuff. Blogs are fun, but not like there's our confusion. TJV, you can do whatever you want. You clearly have high aspirations and no doubt have the ability to do anything you put your mind to. Keep it up, my guy. Thank you, KDX. It means a lot. I really do appreciate it. TJV should really do scary games. Don't know if I can do that. TJV, just don't go to Japan. That made my girlfriend laugh, Dark, so good one. Maybe do a weekly or bi-weekly gaming with TJV video. That would be entertaining to watch. Yeah, I play Forza Horizon 5. I like to play Madden and goof around in Madden football every once in a while. I play Elder Scrolls Online, Skyrim, Minecraft. I want to get into doing GTA RP. I've seen some videos of people being cops and pulling people over. I think that would be fun to try out at one point. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe do a thing with my Discord audience, and I'll pick a couple members of my Discord to play a game like Scriblio or Cards Against Humanity or something like that. I don't know if I could do that, but we'll have to see. TJV, these are all games that would be entertaining to watch. You can go to Japan, but just stay out of the woods. I shouldn't laugh at that. You could do a hiking video / exploration. There's a lot of pretty stuff here to do in Iowa, but it's just fucking winter right now, so it's cold as shit. So probably not. I don't think so. What about the game VHS? Have you heard of it? No, I haven't. I'll have to look it up. I say 9 out of 10 for Forza. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm going to call it quits. Thank you to everyone who's came to be a part of the stream. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the members that were members in the stream. I appreciate that as well. Thank you to Zombie Fox for coming in here being pretty chill. I really do appreciate that. Velocity, I wish you were a little bit more chill than that. You kind of just dipped, but hopefully everything's good there. Welcome to How to Get Frostbite with TJV. At least you got a laugh and a smile on your face. Yeah, that was the first. I'll never be laughing and smiling again on my channel, so it'll be good. Alright, I gotta go. Thank you guys for joining. Hopefully this video was more of an explanation on the response video for some people. Hopefully people will go back to rewatch this. If you guys ever see anybody in my comments who want me to answer any sort of thing, you can always refer them back to this video. If somebody would like to timestamp this video where I talk about certain issues, that would be great. Like, I would really appreciate that, because then I could put timestamps in the description and cut up the video, and maybe I'll even download this live stream and then cut it up into shorter where I'm talking about each situation. Therefore, there's an additional video where people can just watch more of what I have to say about more detailed stuff. But that was always the goal of this live stream, is talk about more stuff in detail and answer some questions and comments and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you guys. I will talk to you guys all later. Expect like a movie review or something tomorrow. If not, it'll be the next day. Hopefully I can get that video done and uploaded. And I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.